Welcome to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Rocket League. We're broadcasting it from right here, the Boise State Game Pants Arena, and it's time for the grand finals of our Week 5 Rocket League Rumble. Carmel Esports made a spectacular run into the grand finals, but do they have what it takes to bring down the Barracudas? I mean, do they? I'm your host, Doc. Next to me here is Tacky, also known as Joe Chigbrow. fantastic player in his own right. You've been in this exact position that Carmel's in before, where you're in a championship game, and it is the same or it's different. Tell us, what's the mindset like going into a championship game? You did it in high school, to be clear for everyone at home.
Well, yeah, being in high school nonetheless, it certainly it's a double-edged sword. It kind of makes you feel like, well, it's just high school. I still have so much of my career left ahead of me, but at the same time, it's like I have the chance to set in stone myself as a new up-and-comer before it even really is that big of a deal. And so there's a lot of pressure you can put on yourself from a macro level, but from a micro level, the big thing that you have to get past is those jitters. And I feel like if you can get past those jitters, the rest of it's not really going to matter too much.
So, I mean, everybody says, well, it's the same game. It's the same game you play. I mean, we can go Hoosier style. We can go out and measure. It's still 10 feet. It's still the same distance, right? It's still, everything is still the same. So but it is a little bit different in your mind because you recognize that that winning it is something that you want and losing it is something you want even less.
Yeah, absolutely. At the same time, losing could yield the same kind of aspects for your opponents.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of mental goes into it. We'll see. So we're back to brackets in the Rocket League Rumble. Week 5, we have the Octane bracket with expanded number of entries. ECSS is returning to the bracket as well, and they played in the winter while Carmel Esports is making their Esports Tower debut, and we climb right there to the top. Carmel Esports versus Barracudas, and this is how it's going to work. Now, we've talked about the rules of this in the past, but these are best ofs. In this case, 7, and we're going to see this competition really shake out. So, in your mind, Carmel Esports, any impressive hurdles that they've already covered here as we go through this?
Honestly, I don't really know. It's the first time I had seen them last week,
yeah.
So last week could either be a fluke in either direction of them playing a little bit worse or a little better. We just haven't seen enough of them to know what their bottom line is.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is if they play as well as they did last week, they're going to be a super scary force regardless.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to find out. They're going to see Eagles today as well, and Thunderbirds, Carmel, Barracudas, and the Spiders from Esports Tower as well. And I'll be interested to see if you can just tell from some of their play style what their strengths and maybe weaknesses are kind of going into this. All right, we're getting into it, but I want to remind every one of the viewers as we get ready to start this first match, let's support our team. Let's celebrate the successes. Let's be respectful to other fans. Mods will be watching. Anybody who violates chat rules, bye-bye, or at least timed out. So, okay, it's time to get into this thing. There are some keys, of course, if you're into such things. Now, they're all attributed to me, but in fairness, I just went into the future. I saw what was important. I came back and I wrote this out. It's just something that we do. But these keys to the game are provided by Esports Tower, which give you pro advice. esportstower.com is the place. You can improve your game sense, improve your play, improve your performance under pressure, which you're going to need today, Joe. And you'll need to get, of course, matched in ET with some great players and professional coaches to help you get ranked up. That's the whole program. Okay, as we get ready to do this, Carmel and Barracudas is first up here. You see some keys. There they are. Create mistakes. Punish overcommits, play walls better. Boy, I'll tell you, people that can strike the dagger in the heart faster are those that can get great shots high off the wall. And, of course, demo and goal. Create that brief power play. Okay, it's time for Carmel, and it's time for Barracudas. Here they go.
Right off the bat, a 1 kickoff for the Carmel Esports, but inevitably will be pushed back into their own end, and now Exil has to look for an exit here past Darasu, who's able to get past one, and finds another touch over another defender, and now contested by Jababy. The pressure will start for Carmel Esports.
Oh, shot. He gets it out of there. Mario plays it high off the wall. Can't really get control of it. Exil gets it center, but and he maintained control there. I thought he was going to get broken out. Only Protato in the thing. Centers it. Shot. Not really a shot there. 3 touches. Double commit there. They're going to have to get out of dodge quick. It looks like the Barracudas turning the tables again. Power play now on the end of Carmel.
That midfield pressure is becoming super important. A lot of this gameplay so far has been played both teams trying to figure out who gets control of the midfield, but inevitably it ended in both directions being pretty self-centered on their defense.
No, I think it was Mike Tyson who said it. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And so, you know, we're seeing lots of passes here by Carmel in the blue. Mario setting up, waiting for that opportunity. He's going to be able to redirect here, keep it on the end down there. But Jababy gets in there, knocks it out. Exel is the only one in position to center. Ooh, nice and high. Can anybody get a follow-up off the backboard? Nope, they're going to contest it. And look at that trio banged up there in the middle. As Potato tries to get it cleared out, they can't seem to get a shot. Mario did try to get, it looks like, at least a bump, if not a demo on goal, but did not get much of that. Potato up, shot, second touch perhaps. Oh, taken by Mario. No one really getting that clean shot on goal. Like a lot of scrambling for the puck to borrow against the hockey as well.
So much of this midfield being played really high in the air. You can see even right there. Now Exile has to retreat to get in the way. Otherwise, Potato's going to find one on him, but he does get it out and over Darasu, so Baby has to clean up. He's ultimately met by both Berkey and Mario, who are able to get in the way, and now Mario's looking for a pass to Exile, and they break through. They're able to transition to the offensive end.
Ooh,
a good demo
kaboom.
might open up an opportunity, but Exile is unable to finish it off, and Jababy looks for the clear out mid, is able to get past one. Potato will look for the pass, blocked by Mario, and now Jababy has to look for another pass mid or lose out to Exile.
You know, Jababy getting up there, having spent a little bit of boost to get on ball, and then not having enough to really do much once he's there. Gets that second touch barely, but there was no third touch, which we see in so many of those just air dribble goals. Okay, Jababy with a clear here to Potato. Gets a kind of a shot. It's off. Mario's going to get down there a little bit. Tries to get control again. Anybody meets him? Maybe. Oh, this could be. No, it rotates off just a little bit. It bent. It bent like a soccer shot right there. Which is always fun to see. Oh, shot. Oh, nice. Exel is going to be able to bump it out of there. No one in great position to follow, and they're just struggling to get it cleared out of their end, but this might be the one.
Some goal line panic there, barely saved by, I believe, was Mario, and now Exile is forced to find the save past Jababy. Jababy is able to get a touch, but it's back towards his own end. Potato will beat Exile, though. Control will remain on the side of the Barracudas, but the pressure is for Carmel Esports. Mario is able to beat one, but is ultimately beat himself. Unable to get a great touch here. He has to hope that Mario is able to get in the way, and he's unable to. So Exile looks for the pass, but is broken down. And now Potato can look for a shot here.
A minute 40 left in the game, still nothing. Might be one score wins, and it looks like it's going to be first. We don't see it in the score yet, but it will pop up in just a moment. Barracudas with that score.
And Jababy will find the first goal of this series, forcing Carmel Esports to be on the back foot in this last minute and a half. And now they have to find a way to connect and break down this Barracudas defense that has been so good for the first 2 minutes of this game. Now Exile looking to break it down immediately. A fantastic shot towards the back corner, unable to find the back of the net. Saved by Rotato, and now Berkey has to look to keep pressure. And
really, they were early trying to set up those passes. Again, Mike Tyson, until you get punched in the mouth, everyone's got a plan. So now they are down. So we may see some more individual play. That's just a prediction here. Exel trying to get it centered there. Has he got a pass? He kind of runs out of juice, falls to the ground. And no one able to really follow. It's just kind of a slow, messy ball right in front of the net there. But Exel, with a little bit more boost, is able to do something. Stolen right away by Potato.
Berkey now looking to keep pressure. Exile looks for the pass out mid. Mario's there. A demo onto the backman is unable to connect. Good attempt by Berkey, but now Darasu is looking to transition and look for his teammate. Ultimately blocked out by a good demo and a knockback by Exile. So the pressure is back on for Carmel Esports. As much as they're behind, they're doing a really good job of keeping pressure on the Barracudas, forcing them to make these great defensive plays over and over again or give up their lead.
Well, another shot. They need some big clears here. Barracudas, if they want to try to get this. Oh, shot, but turned away. A lot of bunching by Barracudas around the net there. It's working. They're swarming to get all of these stopped. They just need to stop one in the next 5 seconds. Another shot on goal. Can he follow? Looks like this thing might end and touch the ground. Still alive. They're keeping it. Oh, couldn't quite get the angle on it, and it's going to end. Barracudas 1-0 over Carmel Esports for this first one. Lots of good passing early, and then a lot of messy passing late. If you're Carmel Esports, do you stick with that plan, trying to center and do it, or do you just put it in the hands of your superstars?
I think at the end of the day, the biggest difference I saw that last game between the games we saw of them before is that it felt like there was less hustle necessarily on the passes. They were going for kind of these slower plays off the wall, solo play into a pass, rather than just banging it to your teammate who can then take an equally powerful shot at the back of the net. So I think when you're faced up against a defense that's so good at cutting down those passes, you can't give them the time to catch up to begin with.
Their rotations were pretty good too. I mean, they didn't let a lot of shots come through. They didn't get to Barracudas didn't take a lot of shots. The one that they got was more of kind of a bang bang. Somebody was there where they didn't expect him to be there, and it was just a nice read, nice touch, and got in there. All right, jumping into this next game, Jababy on the break. Looks like Carmel's going to win that, but it's turned away pretty quick. Already down on the blue end. That didn't count as a shot, but it was well, maybe it did. Jababy got credit for the shot in the scoreboard right there. Big clear. It's going to high off the backboard. Any follow? There's sort of a follow. Soft touch, but double commit actually turns it away. Jababy trying to get control again. Pushed it back toward the blue end, but Berkey intercepts it. Oh, Mario can't quite get the shot that he wanted there, but does get contact with it. Still in control until just now. Shoots it down toward the blue end.
A bad pitch will transition Barracudas onto offense again. Jababy looking to double the goal differential, unable to find the back of the net though. Now Exel has all the time in the world to make a pass or a solo play. Ends up giving it to Mario off of a clear from Darasu. And now the pressure is on. Oh, barely unable to find the back of the net. A good attempt from Berkey, ultimately blocked by the Barracudas defense.
Darasu in a good spot twice. Can he get there a third time? Yes, gets high. Exel with an actual shot there. Turned away. Nice job, Potato, to be where he needs to be. There's a lot of pressure. You get enough of those shots, you're going to do exactly that. Berkey closes and gives Carmel a 1-0 lead here in the game number 2.
Great job by Berkey, making sure to find the chink in the armor below the defender, and now they have to defend their lead, which is proving to be difficult as Darasu finds a 50-50 that almost rolls into the back of the net. Exel able to find a way out, though, work together with Mario, and they pinch it past one.
Ooh, low boost, early game, hard time to be a goalkeeper. Here we go, as we lead this 1-0 Carmel Esports. The last one was decided only by 1 goal, 1-0, no less, but this is not going to be the case. Carmel Esports takes that second one, climbs up 2-0 against the Barracudas in this second game.
We can see all that offensive pressure that the Barracudas were having to deal with last game remain true for this game, but this time Carmel Esports is capitalizing on that offensive pressure and finding the back of the net. And Berkey will look to make it a 3-0 lead, but is beaten out by Jababy. And now Potato can look for the clear down and try to find a goal of his own, working together with his team, but Mario will be in the way. The 50-50 will go in favor of Mario. Pressure is up. Berkey's up to take the shot, hits it towards the backboard, is unable to get the second touch, and it will transition into a defusal.
Yes, a lot of double committing and ball chasing by Carmel Esports. I assume that they're in comms with one another. But it tells me that they really, really want this. They really want these plays. Berkey up, but too late. Is it on? It is. Rotations maybe slowing down Carmel right now. It's going to be 2-1 in favor of Carmel, but Barracudas are coming back.
Carmel Esports kind of banking on Berkey getting a good touch on the ball, but is ultimately beaten by the speed of the Barracudas, and now they're forced to defend their lead only at a 1-0 advantage now, which could be scary.
It is. I mean, this is a 1-goal scenario. Halfway through this second game here, Berkey, nice little delay, gets the boost and gets the retouch there. Exel high, but misses. Somebody's got to be able to get on there. Mario goes to meet, misses, kind of chases. Oh, does get touch on it. That was kind of impressive. Berkey back in goal, trying to make something happen. Gets a half clear there. Oh! And they redirected it. Darasu up, wasted the boost, but didn't make contact with it. Shots coming soon, unless they can get a big clear, the big whiff there. Maybe that was, I forget what they call that in volleyball, where you pretend like you're going to do it, but then somebody else does it, right? Big clear coming back down toward the Barracudas end again. Can Berkey put it in the right position? Can Exel get a shot? Mario's got the most boost, but Mario can kind of just play that mid and get it up in space again.
Exel now looks for a pop over one. Looks past all 3 defenders. 2 defenders diving at the last moment to get the touch, and he is outplaying all 3 of them instead. And so Carmel Esports will extend their lead again by 2-0.
Oh, that was a nice kickoff. Can they close on it? Oh, it's one of those the shot's almost too easy. You can't, you just whiff it. I've watched, those on YouTube, those compilations of people just missing the thing that should be so easy. Nice redirect by Darasu, but it drops right in front. Nice follow by Exel. That's going to put Carmel up 3-1 on Barracudas. 1:15 to play.
The pressure is on Barracudas to respond in this next game. 3-0, they definitely have the time to turn this around, but right now Carmel Esports looking far too scary to give up that kind of a lead.
Okay, so you're getting kind of close to the end here. You're going to keep playing the ball. You're going to keep playing rotations. You're going to keep your communication strong, Joe. But it's 4-1 Barracudas. We're inside of a minute. What's it really important for the Barracudas to do in this last half? I mean, in this last 48 seconds to prepare them best for the next game?
I'd say deep breath, take the pressure off you. You're about to play a best of 5 probably, and make sure you're communicating. Maybe try to find one last goal right before this game is over, because it'll help you swing that momentum and give you the kind of positive pressure you need for this next game to go well.
They get it high off. Nice by Mario getting it out of there. They've just got to play the chill. Let's just keep them from taking shots game, right? They don't even have to have side control in this case. Side control helps quite a bit, though. Exel, what was that? Was beautiful. I would frame that. That needs to be an NFT. The number of times he retouched that. Very cool. So Mario unable to get a nice touch on it. So they've got a shot opportunity down on the Carmel end. Barracuda's unable to really connect on that, and it's going to bounce back again and onto the ground. And that's going to do it. That's 2 games in. That's 1 apiece. Carmel Esports has their most recent one. Barracudas took the first one 1-0. Quite a bit more scoring, quite a bit more action in this one. What's the difference between these first 2 games?
I feel like the first game I talked about it a little bit, where it felt like Carmel Esports still had a lot of pressure. They still had a lot of side control when they were on their offensive end. I feel like the difference this time is that they were just converting a lot better. They were taking stronger shots and taking more efficient passes, kind of like I talked about earlier. Less kind of shenanigans off the sidewalls and stuff.
Yeah, I agree completely. That was, again, that was a great play. Darasu did a nice job just getting it to bounce, but it dropped right in front, and anybody who can follow can finish that. I might have even been able to hit that one as well. Okay, jumping into game 3 here. Excited about where this is going to go. Who won the kickoff? Hard to tell still.
50-50 will go in favor of Mario, and he has to look past Potato, but Potato will be in the way, continues to be in the way, being a nightmare for Mario, but Mario will get the pass mid. Darasu does not feel the need to respond, gives it to Jababy instead, passes it up the field, is beaten by Berkey, though the pressure remains for Carmel Esports. They're playing faster, they're getting around all these defenders, and they're trying to create opportunities, but Potato will find a way out on a stray demo onto the defender.
Jababy looking for that pass. Oh, maybe pulled off just a little bit too early because it went wide to the left just slightly. Jababy chasing down to their own end right now, just trying to get a good touch on it. Sees the blue coming, wants to dribble. It does a nice job of saying, no, it's not Stan. Mario with a nice touch mid. This is going to stay down on the Barracuda's end. Exel misses the redirect. Berkey with a little bit more boost can get up there, but almost out of boost entirely. Exel maybe double commits there. Maybe they didn't hand off the pass well, but Darasu trying to get it, and this looks like it's going to be a shot. We'll call that a shot indeed. Now, definitely down on the Carmel end, they've got to get a good shot.
A lot of strong shots being taken for Barracudas here. They're getting the opportunities that they have in rare situations and using them well, forcing Carmel Esports to make these last-ditch effort saves working together. But just like before, Carmel Esports is converting and making sure that they're holding most of the pressure for the game, even if it doesn't mean they score every time.
Oh, nice shot, and it's gonna connect. My goodness. There we go. We've got a good one in the books right now. 1-0 Carmel Esports. As we saw in the last one, this could become quite a few, but Barracudas have to answer soon. That wasn't the one to answer. This is going to be another shot. Low boost early after the kickoff. It's tricky to get in some good rotations. You just can't let yourself get crushed early. But you can get starved pretty well by an attacking team early if you're still trying to get a little bit of boost and try to get things out of your own end.
Oh, a nice fake from Exil will get him past 1, maybe 2 defenders. He can look for a pass mid out to Berkey. Berkey's demoed, though, a great defusal of the situation by Barracudas, and now they get all the pressure they want. Looks for a redirect off of Jababy, but is unable to find the back of the net. Mario and Exil have to convert now. They get past 1. Jababy's up to challenge anyway. Potato's now up to challenge. It gets in the way. The ball is free for Jababy. Shot on net, unable to find it. It's barely saved by Mario, working together with a double commit from Berkey. Almost a disastrous situation.
Potato out of juice. Can't really get much there. Carmel coaches have been really impressed with the poise of the Carmel last week specifically, and they think this team has a real shot to win it all in the grand finals. And based on the way they recovered after game 2, I believe it. They're leading 1-0 in this over the Barracudas, who are names that we know and fear. Jababy being one of them.
Yeah, no matter what happens in the series, even if it ends with 5-0, you have to hand it to Carmel Esports and Barracudas. Both of them definitely deserve to be here. Scary teams that have made a name for themselves no matter how long they've been involved with Esports Tower. And a Debo combined with a pass off of the ceiling will result in an extended lead for Carmel Esports.
Yeah, Barracudas were looking for the, for the evening goal, but instead they're down 2 in the hole here. As they rotate, they just got to get good contact on the ball, send it where they want, and rotate well to follow up, which they're capable of doing. The Barracudas have been able to dominate the spring season so far, and they've taken home a majority of the Octane Championship. So is this the first team that's going to take them down? Is this Carmel's week? Hard to tell.
Definitely have to see what happens. Exit looks for the pass at mid. Three offenders on one side leads to an open side for Berkey to pass to. Now Berkey takes it with himself. Potato is trying to be in the way. It ultimately stalls long enough for Jababy to get the 50-50. And now the pressure is right back on to Carmel Esports. Barracudas have to find a way to break down this defense, though. Otherwise, they're going to result in what looks like a 3-0 lead, blocked by Berkey, possibly looking for the redirect to steal his own teammate's goal. But at the end of the day, they're still up by 2-0, still have lots of pressure on the enemy team.
Yeah, it's one of those shots. If you make it, you get that redirect, you look like you're playing with a 5 head. But if you don't, it just stinks. Another great shot right there. Berkey trying to get control of it. Darasu up there and actually gets it past him. Gets past the third one, but Jababy is there to put some stank on it and send it back down to their end. Berkey trying to get a good clear here. Any follow? That's a good position for them, but nobody takes it. Berkey jumps back, but they didn't get the actual control that they wanted. Exel will be able to probably get it back here, but it looks like he was hunting for some boost. Now playing it slow, trying to get back there, passes it. Mario, thought Mario was going to take it away right there, take a good shot. That looks like an open goal, and it is.
Yes. A defensive breakdown. Looks like they weren't expecting the 50-50 to go so in favor of Barracudas, and both other defenders for Carmel Esports playing on the left side of the field kind of left it open.
Barracudas now looking for the equalizer, and they're going to have to get some good shots, or you know what, take advantage of breakdowns by Carmel. Carmel doing a good job of just kind of controlling themselves under pressure, but now they've got to get this because there's no time left on the clock. Either down it, and they do. Carmel Esports going to take Game 3, leading 2-1 over Barracudas. As we saw the poise there, what really caused the problem was the breakdown. That they wanted. Exel will be able to. What are you communicating to teammates when we leave an open goal like that?
If it happens a lot, you guys probably just need to be communicating about who's on third man a lot more often, so there's less confusion about 2 people trying to go for the ball or waiting for that pass. But if it's not happening that often, I think that might be the first time we've seen that kind of breakaway in the series.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. If anything, if I'm gonna worry about anything in this last game, it was the fact that there were actually 2 different times that the Team Carmel blocked their own shots, either for BM or to steal their teammate's goal. I mean, this is a grand finals. Even if you're winning, you have to take it seriously.
Yep.
And even if it was an accident, it's something that we got to communicate on. If you take a shot and you see, you have a better view, you see, hey, that's going in, just say that. It's in.
Yeah,
and then just leave it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if it was BM or just poor comms, or they didn't recognize it and were just going to do something else. Maybe that one where he knocked it out, it was looking like it was possibly he was going for a demo on the wall. I don't know. Ooh, this is early shot. Barracudas need an early lead here. They do not want to find themselves in the hole again. But Potato especially and Jababy have been in this situation many times before. Carmel Esports leads 2-0 against the Barracudas right now. Or sorry, 2-1 against the Barracudas. Mario with a nice redirect right there. It'll be interesting to see with 4:30 left if Barracudas can take control again.
They definitely have the pressure on their side. They have control over this play so far, but Carmel Esports is doing everything in their power to force them to play more defense. And a double commit from Darasu and Jababy could leave an open net here, but no one's able to respond. Even Potato misses. It was an open net, completely open, but no one able to get in the way. A pass from Berkey to Exil is not able to connect off of a bump onto Exil. Now Mario has to turn to go, but he ends up leaving it for Potato. And now Mario goes back. Berkey stays in the way. and Jababy has to look for the play around Exil, which he gets, and now Mario has to respond. He gets it past one. Could be an open net. If Berkey takes a good shot here, is unable to find that great of a shot. The pressure is still on, though.
Yeah, chasing down there, unable to really kind of get the angle that he wanted on it. He definitely was able to make contact. Okay, Jababy with a big clear. Follow-up shot. Berkey, the only one in position, knocks it away. Any follow? Potato says, yes, I can. Mario, though, is probably going to be able to get good control here. Berkey now rotates back into goal. Exo looking for that pass. Runs out of juice. Falls to the ground. So close, Mario. Nice positioning. Nice shot. Better rejection by Potato. Jababy now tries to center it. Gets it stolen. This is really hanging around way too much in the Barracudas' end for their liking, I'm sure.
Yeah, it feels like most of this series now, we're in game 4, and it feels like all 4 of these games have been very pressured on Barracudas. Pretty much Carmel Esports has had side control for at least 75% of the time that I'd argue Barracudas has had it.
That's true. That's true. They've really been in control. But they create a situation like this. Can he get there? Mario just barely. But that sucker was open. They were playing deep, and this puts you in a bad position. Unfortunately, Barracuda's not able to capitalize on that. But setting it up, hopefully, for a pass here. Jababy might have a shot. Berkey, what? I don't know what Berkey was doing. Making that shot there as well. Okay, Darasu pushing it down toward the blue end. Barracuda's creating some pressure right now. Pass. Potato not in a position to do it. Darasu peels off there. Says, you know what, I'll play goal instead. And Mirrors does a good job there. Jababy now with a nice dribble. Pass back. Shot. Bounce. Can they get a follow-up? Berkey pushes it away.
Potato now having to make the final save, get past one, is able to fake the first defender, go up and above the first. Mario has to be in the way. A good block from Barracudas could open up an opportunity. Berkey's in the way. Ooh, Darasu almost able to win the 50-50 into the net. Blocked by Jababy. Exil has to be in the way. Potato, almost able to get the shot around Exil, but is unable to get there. A bump onto Mario will force the pressure to go back to Exil. Exil has to look for a solo play off of the backboard here, and is unable to get it.
It bounces around in front of the goal. Potato kicks it away. Berkey centers it again. Darasu says, not my direction. Mario with a chance to play on it right there. Potato trying to mess with it. Jababy in goal gets it sent the other way. Darasu, nothing. Exil shot. Score! Here we go. It's a game. Carmel Esports leads 1-0 over the Barracudas.
Time and time again, we've had to call that score line for this series, but they're still not out of it. Even all of these games that have been pretty Carmel favored have been very close. Both these teams very evenly matched, but at the end of the day, the Barracudas need to make an adjustment to get their defensive end a little bit more pressuring.
Berkey with a shot that he didn't really like or wasn't expecting, didn't really go in a direction that he wanted. They're going to play it high off the wall. They're just kind of batting it around at this point. It's kind of like family ping pong or badminton at this point, or that game you play in the living room with the balloon where you can't let the thing touch the ground. That's kind of what this looks like at the moment. Not a lot of passing, a couple of whiffs here and there. Berkey sends it to the middle again. Exil chases, somebody redirects. Berkey's going to be able to get into the goal. Darasu backflip, that's my trick. Quit doing that. Another shot, no real positioning, and then there's a shot and a follow. Oh my goodness, I didn't see who got the follow there, but we're going to know pretty quick.
I'm pretty sure it was Exil based off the goal explosion.
Yep, it was.
But
good call.
The crazier part of that was that the pass came off of a bump onto his teammate, who then knocked the ball off the bump into the pass off the backboard, and then Exil read it.
Exil read it. He was in the right place at the right time, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but I think they would argue that that was not lucky at all. They knew to do that.
Oh, absolutely. That had been planned before in practice for years before now.
Years before. There's a whole training pack with that, picking up garbage in front of the net. It's called open training, and that's going to do it. That is Carmel Esports 2-0 in game number 4 here, and that puts us in a really interesting position. So the Barracudas have never been in this spot. They've got an opportunity to reverse sweep this. One more win takes the entire Octane Cup for Carmel. And if you're the Barracudas, you got to put something together we haven't seen since game 1 and run it back.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing that they have going for them right now is how they're really good at punishing the mistakes that I'd argue Carmel makes for themselves in a lot of instances. There's been multiple opportunities where they've kind of run away with the ball. Not necessarily like free stuff that Carmel Esports has been getting away, but it's more so they're just doing a really good job of finding chinks in the armor at the midfield. But that's not really going to matter if they can't get their defense to hold long enough. So they have to work together to find openings and to make sure they're finding each other with their clears so that there's not just throwing the ball around randomly.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like, just get it out of here. Just get it out of here. And they're not really in a position to follow up, and that's what good rotations do. They dictate how you're going to play a ball and where you're going to play it to. All right, here we go. This is the decider. If you are Carmel Esports, well, and if you're the Barracudas, if we end up with a blue victory here. 3-0 Carmel, or 3-1 Carmel over the Barracudas for this Octane Cup. They have never done it before. Barracudas have been dominant. Exo with the first shot on goal. There's no one in there.
Well, Exo shooting at his own net.
Right, his own net.
I believe he was looking to get the double touch off the backboard to try to confuse them because they had nothing else to do with the ball, but scary situation to say the least. Confused me for a minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you get that touch, a nice shot there, but it doesn't land. Mario trying to clear it. Darasu unable to get a good touch on it and almost scores it against the Barracudas. Carmel trying to get in good position. Jababy just wants his team to get a good clear here so they can follow up on it. And he's almost cherry picking down there. Centers it. Nice pass. Mario, was in position. Barracudas with the go-ahead here.
Finding that chink in the armor. I believe Berkey got bumped into his teammate instead of out of back post there, leaving the net open.
It was Darasu that made that connection.
That was a great bump. Opened up the opportunity. His teammate could take any shot he wanted at the net at that point in time. So maybe that kind of play is the adjustment they have to make. A lot more demos looking to force the defenders to look behind them a lot more often.
Barracuda saying the celebration has been canceled for the Carmel Esports. So they want to play spoiler now. Maybe putting themselves, I pretend, in a position where, like, well, let's go down 3-0. Oh, shot on goal. Berkey pushes it away. Barracuda's almost the opportunity to go up 2-0. They haven't seen that kind of lead ever in this matchup. Now down a lot of pressure against the Barracudas to get a good clear and to set it up. Darasu, nice touch, but Mario says, no, it's staying down here right now.
Oh, almost a fantastic flipper set, but well read and broken by Jababy. The 50-50 at the net will barely go in the direction of, and Carmel Esports will find a way to punish regardless. A bad clear will open up the net for Carmel Esports to punish.
Carmel equalizes, and demo right off the break. I love the scrappiness of Mario high. He's going to get a touch. He might get a second touch here. Can Exo redirect it? Nobody home, except maybe Berkey just a little bit. He's got to get a nice direct out of here so they can clear it. He's got plenty of boost. He just grabbed that big boost. Berkey trying to do it, dribbling. Hey, I like the Berkey dribble skills, really. We just need a dribble clinic, Pistol Pete Maravich style, to show people really how to do it. But it's going to stay down on the Carmel Esports end, which they don't like at all.
Oh, a pass out mid, almost a good shot, but Jababy is unable to get a good touch. Darasu and Exo will battle for it in the center, and now, again, so much of this midfield being played in the upper half of the stadium. A lot of high play being going on right now. But Berkey will be cut off by Mario. A little bit of confusion on the defensive end. Could create an open net. The pinch almost goes in favor of Carmel Esports, but they're unable to find the back of the net, and now Mario has to fight for it on the wall. They end up both leaving it for Jababy, so now Jababy gets to look for a pass mid or a shot. Ends up going for the pass. Berkey's in the way, however. Yeah,
and they're doing a good job, Carmel is, at predicting where those passes are going to be and intercepting them. And really, that's been their strength today. Big boom happens here. Slight advantage for just a few seconds. Now that advantage is gone, but Mario gets a shot on goal. It doesn't get the go-ahead. We are tied. Minute 45 left to go, 1-1, and this could be the decider for Carmel.
Carmel Esports desperately looking to finish this series off. Don't give the Barracudas any more chances, but the Barracudas looking for a passing play to confuse instead. Almost finds the back of the net. Another heroic save from the backboard by Mario. That's two he's had just this game in general. And another shot. No one there this time. No one off the backboard to be in the way. Mario is nowhere to be found. And the Barracudas will extend their lead for the first time since this first game of the series.
That is true. They have not been in the lead since game one. Mario trying to play it high, rejected like a late prom invite. No experience, I'm just saying. Now, if they can get, there we go, Exel to break it out of there, it's going to force some rotations to happen. When they're sitting still, You just don't know, do I go? Who goes? Do you go? I don't go. Nice shot down to the other end. Mario redirects. Potato just kind of trolling in the middle here is going to get a nice play high off the wall. Darasu sitting on the boost, waiting for it to spawn so they can have a full tank for a moment. That's not a great rotation. I'm just going to throw that out there. But, you know, if you need it, you do it. So nice down on the Carmel end now. So the Barracudas an opportunity to score. Jababy up. He's going to get not a real shot. Darasu, Potato. Can anybody get a touch on it? No one gets a great shot. It was all kind of just scattered there. Mario trying to clear it out of his end, and Berkey maybe getting the best shot out of there with a follow-up. Exel doesn't quite get the touch. Doesn't go right where he wanted. Mario with an attempt at a redirect. That's a really hard shot to make. Exel gets it high off the wall. It's going to come middle again. Berkey probably able to redirect. Only 8 seconds left. Carmel needs a goal. Doesn't look like they're going to get it if they can't get control. But high off the wall. Exel, can anybody touch it? Shot. Oh! It might have gone in if not for the time being all gone. That was impressive. And that means that we're still playing this game.
Oh, yeah. They are not done with this series yet. The Barracudas are not willing to give up the grand finals just yet. Not like this, they said. But, yeah, that last shot was super, super close. If it had been a little bit higher, it might have worked as a redirect into the back of the net. In that kind of situation, you might look for a pass instead just to keep it up a little longer and create more opportunities. But, honestly, when you're dug yourself that kind of a hole where you have to score in the last few seconds, everything is kind of up in the air.
Yeah, if you've left it to the last few seconds, you got to just take what you get. It's easy to armchair something like that, but now the pressure is on. The conversation in Carmel is, all right, let's just do what we've always done. Let's just do what we've always done. At what's happening on the Barracuda side? If you're in that, what are you saying to each other?
I think on the Barracuda side, we just have to continue to revel in that positive energy, keep the hype up, because at this point, the pressure, the story of the kind of not quite bracket reset or whatever it's, is in favor right now of the opposing team if you're Carmel. So what you have to do as Barracudas is capitalize on maybe them feeling a little bit more negative and just trying to reset and say, okay, we've got this. We're hyped. We're ahead. We're way ahead of the game. Let's make sure we got this.
So many opportunities as it just died in front of the goal, but because you're so sweaty about it and thirsty about it, it's going to get a shot on the other end. Carmel cannot get, a decent shot either. Well, at least it was Three Stooges on both ends simultaneously. That's a really old reference. I want to apologize to everybody except for the grandparents who are like, oh yeah, Three Stooges. I remember them. They've been dead for like 50 years, all of them. Potato, troll in the middle here, just trying to prevent them from getting a good touch.
Holy
my gosh. That was
to the moon.
Flick of all flicks right there, but no one able to follow up, and everything requires teamwork, right? Shot, Berkey puts it away. They're still trying to get control. Pretty heavily, pushing on their end. This is going to hang in front. Exel gets a shot, and it goes in. There we go. Carmel 1-0. This could be the decider for them. Barracudas say not yet, but they're leading 1-0. So Barracuda's got to answer strong, and you got to answer with goals, y'all. Got to answer with goals.
Mario dragging out a lot of defenders with that solo play, leading to the opportunity for Exil. But now Mario has to look for a different kind of play, looking for the pass, but is unable to get it. So Berkey will have to respond instead. And Exil is unable to find the good 50-50, so Mario will have to reset for his team. Ultimately beat by Berkey. A terrible pop-up. He's unable to follow it. Jababy punishes almost immediately. Barracudas are still unwilling to give up this series, and who can blame them?
Jababy fires the shot and then stops in place as to watch it. I mean, in baseball, right, we're gonna bean that guy next time he's up at bat, right? I mean, if he's watching his shot, and not playing the game anymore. But he's going to get another one here. This is even here. Barracudas like their chances. They need a go-ahead here. It's kind of just wobbling around there. Mario tries to get it clear. A couple of attempts there. It's Jababy who gets in, redirects it. Darasu puts it in front. Jababy follow. That's like an old-school three-way give and go Blazers style. We're talking like the early 90s, the three-way give and goes. All right. Now, Barracuda's in a great position. 3 minutes left, up 1 goal, 2-1 in this potential decider for Carmel Esports.
Yeah, and Carmel Esports just breaking down their defense on their own by not getting positive clears and just not doing a good job of working together. It would feel like they're going for too much fancy stuff in the midfield. Now Berkey, you can see here, as a result of that, was left alone for a while. Mario's now able to back him up, though, so Berkey's unable to look for the pass to Baby.
Pressure now. Oh, and a goal. Carmel Esports is going to equalize this. It's going to be 2-2, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, halfway through. This could easily be 4-4 in overtime. I don't want to make a prediction here. Mario tries to play it high off the wall. Potato up to get him. It looks like Darasu's going to be able to get that touch and redirect, plays it off the wall. That could land if not for Berkey getting in the way of it. Jababy trying to make some things happen. Exel with the redirect over Darasu's head a little bit, but it's going to come back. A lot of pressure on Carmel at this point. They need to get control again, not just a clear, but control, because the rotation of Barracuda is pretty good at this point. Oh, a bump. Berkey in position, Mario high, trying to get action here. But if, shot on goal. If they can't get a good big clear here, it may spell trouble for them.
This is one of the higher scoring games of this series, and it makes sense because this could be a major turning point for the series in either direction. Obviously, if Carmel Esports, it turns in that they win, but if Barracudas run away with this, they're now at an opportunity to go to the Game 7 of this series and force Carmel Esports to be shaking in their boots as they run them down.
That's right. That reverse sweep weighs heavy on the shoulders of the leader until they match it up again. Jababy with a touch, Mario with a touch, Exel with a shot? Question mark? Shot! Oh, it was a pass the whole time. Berkey closes it, and they go ahead. Carmel Esports 3-2 against the Barracudas with 1:15 left. It's like if we were playing basketball and I put up a brick, but you followed it in, I would have said, oh yeah, that was a shot the whole time.
What a fantastic shot from Exil there off the wall, but ultimately blocked by Barracuda's defense. Barely blocked there by Barracuda as well, and Potato has to look for the shot, but Mario gets the good clear. Is that going to go in?
I think
it is.
Oh my
goodness, a runaway goal off of a pinch and a good 50 will end up extending the lead for Carmel Esports by another one. Disaster for Barracudas, and now this is officially the highest scoring game of the series.
It is. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I'm one of the Barracudas cheerleaders now. Do not imagine that, please. They're trailing by 2. They need a goal here. They've got it right on the front end there. Oh, double commit. Looks like they might have had somebody close it out. But again, they've got to press up here. Honestly, it's better to lose like 5-2 here than it is to not be aggressive enough and get that. Tries to recenter it here. Can anybody get a shot? Jababy looking for it. Gets there a little bit too late. Now Potato, a nice shot. Jababy with a redirect option, but it's cleared by Berkey.
I think Carmel Esports have to feel a little bit more relaxed now. They're probably just looking to create more opportunities and play patient. Look for those open nets if they're given to them, but don't overextend. But the double commit off the wall is an example of overextending. If a good clear comes out here, then Mario would be alone, but he's able to get in the way anyway off of a slow play. It hangs in front of the net. The shot is on.
Yeah.
Exo will go backwards outside of the net in order to complete the shot. And honestly, there's no coming back from this.
There's no coming back from it, but you don't fault the Barracudas. All 3 of them go for the ball. That was pretty impressive there. Stats strong if you look on the Berkey side. So many shots by Carmel Esports. They're going to be the winner of the Octane Cup in this Week 5. Very, very impressive. They have shown some incredible improvements thus far, and just a good back and forth. But this is the kind of match that you want in a championship, and Barracudas keep being in the championships. You're going to win lots, you're going to lose some. The Barracudas is a great example that going in alone can only go so far. These players weren't connected before, so ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success and winning, you need to level up your teaming skills. What you just saw in the last play, right? Esports tower player like Jababy can only go so far, right? Esports Tower really takes them to the next level, creating teams of well-matched folks. We've talked to Coach Jake before, who's fantastic. And those who haven't watched before, have checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should, right? It's a fast track to level up and to rank up and to play well. Well, congratulations, Carmel, on winning the grand finals in this their first ET appearance, but we're not done yet. We have a few really cool show matches left, starting with the Vipers and Panthers. But if you can imagine an Esports Tower team, they're probably in this really cool setup. So we'll leave you for a couple of minutes. Get some water, maybe some snacks, like Cheesy Puffs. Those actually sound really good. We'll try to get some of those on stage here too. But we'll see you in just a second. Don't go anywhere.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by. Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
We're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
Welcome to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble. We're broadcasting it from Boise State here in the Game Pants Esports Arena, and with the Octane bracket in the books, in favor, of course, of our friends from Carmel Esports. We look to wrap up Week 5 with some show matches, and show matches are interesting. These all start, well, this one starts with a best of 5, the Vipers versus the Panthers. I'm your host, Doc Haskell, and that's Joe. That's Tacky. Tacky do occasionally, but no, that's Joe Chickbrow. So let me get you started with this. When you know they're a show match, there's going to be some foolishness, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's a requirement.
Well, it is. Okay. So if you're going to clown a little bit, what are the best clowning techniques? What are you looking to do? I mean, there's the occasional own goal, right? But what else?
Well, it really depends on your personality.
Right?
I've played with people
What are yours? That's where
Mine?
that's where we're going.
sometimes I think it's funny just kind of like when I know my teammates have got me handled, like they got the midfield kind of handled, I like to sit in their net and just bump them as they rotate in. Just kind of make it chaos.
All right. Yeah, a little bit of chaos in the net, and the only way they can get you out is to demo you.
Right, yeah.
Right. Well, okay.
You trade. One for one.
1 for 1.
That's
like
the best you're getting.
I like it. Well, this is fun stuff. So as we get ready to do this, we can show you, of course, how it all sets up here in the bracket as well. But we're going to start off, of course, with the Vipers and the Panthers. We teased that before the break. But we also want to take a moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower club members who've graduated from the club and have been offered scholarships across the country. So over the last 3 months, Esports Tower club members have received over $1.6 million in scholarship awards. And these students have not only worked hard for their in-game play, but they've worked hard academically, which is the key to college, let's just say, and earned these scholarship opportunities. So the players that receive these scholarships are talented, hardworking, and driven, and they could not be more excited or proud to see these opportunities. Esports Tower is, and their players are getting. So it's really, really cool. I mean, think about that: $585,000 in scholarships just for their Rocket League players this last year. Okay, keys to the game. Do you agree that these are? I mean, demo to in goal? Demo to in goal. Oh, I want to find out what he meant by that.
I wonder what Doc could mean.
What could he mean by that? That's so intriguing. We'll get to the bottom of it. But, yeah.
I totally agree with these points. And I think I might add a fifth one specifically for these show matches. Is just have fun, you know?
Have fun,
The worst that could happen is that you don't have fun.
Yeah, it's true. The worst you could happen is you don't have fun. It's not winning or losing, because you're going to lose plenty of games. And you're going to win plenty of games, but you have fun, because if you don't, what's the point? So really, I mean, what we're talking about here is the keys, which are provided in this case by Esports Tower, who reminds you to improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure, and you'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. All right, time for Vipers and Panthers. This could be exciting stuff. All right, here we go.
So, on the Panthers' end, we have Imsplur, the Mythical King W, and Exonic X?
Exonic X,
and then representing the Vipers, we have Mischief, a familiar name, Darasu,
yes,
and Ace One Free Ink, I want to say. But,
yeah.
I don't know. These are weird names. But players like Darasu and Imsplur, we've definitely seen before. They're both impressive players. I'm really excited to see what they bring to both of these teams. But right off the bat, we're getting a little bit of a show match of Exonic going for a great play off of the back or off the wall, I believe, an air dribble.
Okay, Darasu wins that. Mischief following here. Asterisk. I'm going to screw it up. But you know what? If we can't pronounce your name, it's not our fault. It's your fault for a stupid name. There we go. You've heard it here. Yeah, so we'll just We'll just call it
free.
Yeah. As one free. I'm just totally transfixed by it.
No, I am too. But so the Vipers will assume the lead originally here. Looks like they're pretty split up so far. They're having to battle for it at the midfield, so Darasu will have to take it up the wall on his own. Or looks past the defender, finds the demo and the flick over. A double-edged sword on that end, and now Mischief can look for the big bang downfield because Imsplur is not ready to counter just yet. Almost hits it into his own net, so the Mythical King has to get in the way, but is ultimately bumped by Imsplur, so Splur just goes anyway.
Splur with the halo, we don't know that that's true. Now trying to play it high off the wall, still in contact. It's going to drop in front. Darasu says not so fast, and he's going to follow, but Exonic's not able to really get touch on that, and that's a real shot by Darasu. And those are dangerous. Even if you can block the first one, can you stop the redirect? And these games have often been decided not by who takes the first shot, but who takes the second or the third. Darasu just sits in goal and makes it happen. What hangs out? Oh, what? Was that me controlling that? That's what I do. Oh, I am Splur, not able to do it. It can't fall in front. No one gets in good position to do it. It's going to fall back. Now it's on the Panthers' side. Again, Vipers pressing, trying to make something happen.
Panthers playing defense primarily here. They have to find a way out. Mythical King might be that answer, but it's only looking for the 50-50 north of the net. Iron Explorer is able to follow up and force it further downfield, so now he can carry it up the wall. Darasu will be in the way. Mischief also in the way. A little bit of a miscommunication there. So Darasu is able to get it on his own, however. Mythical King is there for the block, and we're still playing the midfield. Both teams unable to get control of the play altogether.
Free Ink, excuse me, trying to make something happen there, bouncing around, doesn't really get the kind of touch, only the kind of touch that breaks it up. Looks like Exonix was able to just get it down there. Mischief, not a really strong play, no speed on the ball, doesn't really exit very quick. Redirect, oh my goodness, that's the danger of a pass like that. Just not enough on it, somebody can steal it right out of the sky, and Panthers equalize.
50-50 will go in favor of the Vipers, but ultimately, a lot of the time when the 50-50 off the kickoff goes in favor of one team, it ends up getting pushed back immediately. So sometimes you have an advantage in even losing the kickoff. In this case, Exonic, though, however, is unable to find his way out on his own, so he gives it to Mythical King. And even though they won the kickoff, they still have done a really good job of keeping it on their end.
Mythical King still shut out in the stats category. Not able to get a shot or a save or even a demo at this point. Like to see them get a little bit more in it. Free Ink doesn't really get a good shot there, but Darasu does. Closes it, and very quickly, 2-1 Vipers over Panthers with 1:22 to play.
The lead for the Vipers already. They're putting the pressure on the Panthers to respond, and almost immediately after, the Vipers find another opening in the Panthers' defense.
Mythical King still blanked on this, but Mischief doing a nice job. They've just got to play quickly here. This is the first of the best of 5. You're going to learn a lot about your opponent in this. I've seen so many matches where somebody, usually us, have dropped the first map, but it gives us the opportunity to decode what they do and what mistakes they make, and then we just come back and win the rest of them. So losing the first one is not terrible if you learn something from it. In fact, no losses, children at home. Write this down in your peachies and your notebooks. No losses are bad losses if you learn something. Shot, score, Vipers are going to go up 4.
Yeah, Exonic will own goal there, unable to get the clear around his own net, and will set them further back against the Vipers. Luckily, this is a show match, so he can just brush it off, laugh about it, and move on, especially when you have, like you said, more games to play and plenty of stuff to learn from these losses.
That's right. These games can be fun, but let's be honest, most of the time we're sweaty about winning them. we want to win them big. All right, Mischief back in the goal. Darasu then pushes out. He's looking for that pass, but Free Ink doesn't get anything on it. Oh, bounces it in the middle. Any redirect? Yes! Wow. There we go. Vipers with another. 10 seconds left to end this first one. I don't think there's going to be anything scored. Maybe Mischief will try to create something, but it's going to end up just touching the ground, and we're going to be done with game 1. We're going to see the Vipers go up 1-0 in this best of 5.
Already the pressure is on Panthers to respond to that kind of game, and luckily they only need to really respond with a 1-0 lead. However, the fact of the matter is that the Vipers look very well put together by comparison right now.
Yeah, they're playing pretty clean. I find it strange. Can you talk about games where you just don't pick up any stats? I mean, you're playing well, you're doing what you should, but you're not getting shots or saves or anything really.
I think, honestly, a lot of the time, if it's a consistent thing, it's probably a you thing. But if it's like a one-game thing, just from what I've seen right now, it can be just the kind of plays you're making, they just don't award points for.
Right.
Like cutting off plays, winning 50-50s, you don't get extra points for. Winning the kickoff, shutting down passing plays, you don't get any points for. You get points for all the transitional plays, the goals, the shots, and the centers. So if you're just happen to be in the way of nothing on that end, then you might end with a lower score than most players.
Well, in our Bacchus mod, fighter pilot scorekeeping here only shows the big ones. Anything that shows up in the feed, as it were. Nothing really happens on that, but look like Mischief does get control down toward the Panthers' end. Double commit there, coming off the wall. Free Ink putting themselves in a position to kind of make something happen, but you need a big clear. Exonics unable to really control it. It's going to bounce to the other side. Darasu gets a touch on it, but this is going to stay in control of the Vipers. Can they get a shot? Hard to tell at this point. Up in the air, Mischief doesn't make contact. Darasu showing that they've got real great control here is going to dribble it in front, but no one to follow.
Darasu being a big part of why the Vipers are able to keep themselves ahead and win all these games. But so far, the Panthers need to make an adjustment and find a way out. And here they're kind of given an opening, but Exonic is still unable to make the right touch. So the pressure is still not really on the Vipers. They're just making a bunch of touches that are going nowhere.
Yeah, they've got to get control. They've got to get a plan here. Maybe folks are just kind of trolling for shots here, but someone's got to set those shots up. Oh, and a shot right there, but Darasu in goal being the consummate support there. Mischief now back is going to get their touch out of there. Mythical, finally. Nope, still nothing. I thought that would have been a shot, but nope, alas. Alas, it was not. It's going to dribble down in front here. Darasu tries to center again. No follow. Well, maybe some, but that's not really a shot. Can anybody get it pointed at the goal before it gets cleared? Doesn't look like it. Just kind of messy, scrummy ball control attempts here. Darasu going to get it bounced off high, but Exonic says, no, it's going.
And now I'm Slur is looking to keep pressure. Oh, Mischief is unable to get in the way and almost create an opportunity for the Panthers to score a goal of their own, but still we're at a 0-0 scoreline 2 minutes into the game, almost halfway in. Not very many goals scored. It feels like a massive change from the last game, which was definitely quite the blowout, but also a 6-goal game.
Yeah, and this one is a much lower game well, until this one goes high, but there's not a lot of aerial play happening at this point. It's been pretty close to the ground, which makes for a little bit more kind of scrummy, messy, bang into each other kind of play there. I'm Splur with a steal and a redirect. Can he get a follow-up on it? No. Mythical King trolling mid. And Splur tries to recenter it, but that's kind of the perfect setup that you need if you are the Vipers to send it back down toward the other end. There's not a lot of velocity on it, and it wasn't really going anywhere. Anybody can just kind of step in front of that and just put it where they want. Panthers really need a goal here to kind of activate things on their end. They're down 1 game to the Vipers. 2 minutes and change left, and the Panthers need some action.
Exonic is looking to find that action, is unable to do it, so Mythical King will have to look for a pass across. Unable to get there again. Oh, the pass is just not there. Unable to make contact. The Panthers throw away another opportunity, so now Mischief is looking to punish, find a goal of his own, and force the Panthers to play at a disadvantage again. Darasu is also in the way, forcing them to rethink this position and get out in a different manner.
So Free Ink and Mythical King both, and Mischief in the drought. Shot by Mischief, though, says, I'll take that shot and I'll take that goal, add it to my scoreboard here, and they're going to go up 1-0 over the Panthers in Game 2.
Yeah, I think right now, honestly, the biggest reason that there's not a lot of accolades to some of these players is simply because there's just not a lot going on.
Yeah.
For every goal and shot, there's most of the time at this level an assist with it regardless of how the assist went, whether it was a direct pass or a 50-50 one. So almost everyone gets some kind of accolade simply for existing on the field when a goal is scored. And right now, with this few goals being scored, it makes sense that maybe the accolades are lower than they should be.
They are interesting, to be sure. Okay, Mythical King trying to get some things going upfield, but really doesn't get a handle on it. Darasu sends it where he wants. I am Splur with a chaser here. Nice centering shot. Oh, Exonics just a little bit late to the party. Wasn't able to put it right where they wanted. Nice breakup, of course, by the Vipers. Now, good pressure happening. I am Splur going backwards. That's a direction too. Darasu unable to really make contact on it. Exonics trying to get it centered a little bit, but stolen by Free Ink. Now up in the air. Oh, I've got that one as well. Not able to do much with it. Seems like a crowded end. You got to get it out of there. They're going to take shots after shots. Jumps over. Mischief now off, playing it off the wall. Stolen by I am Splur again. It's going to be a nice shot opportunity, but Darasu picks the perfect lane in the sky to knock it out. And now it's coming back toward the other end. I didn't see if Mythical was even going to try to play that, and here we go. Vipers take a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. They can close it out with one more. That was a very different game than the first. That one was a lot more, well, it was definitely low scoring. What do you attribute to the change in the overall score?
Yeah, I think the only common denominator between those first 2 games were who ended up winning, honestly. They were very different games from both aspects. I think if I had to attribute anything, it was just the raw mechanical talent on the end of the Vipers.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers they have the baseline, but Darasu especially and the Vipers are doing a really good job of pushing their mechanics to the next level and forcing these weird plays that they're already really good at.
Yeah, that is a key. That mechanical perfection just is the decider sometimes. All things equal, you can play the game well, but if you've spent a lot of time just working on those off-angle shots, and you know how to get your car in position and you feel confident doing it, then it just comes automatically. I am Splur unable to make the contact there. They got to get it out of the blue end here. Panthers, nice little flick, but Darasu's going to meet him in the middle and take it away. Now, can anybody follow on this? Can Darasu get a center? It's going to, oh, it could drop. There we go. Mischief with a shot at least, or sort of a shot. Exonics trying to put it in position. Oh, got plenty of boost. We're starting to run out. Can he get one more touch? Can, but it doesn't fall. I am Splur in a position to do this. This is when really you should get some folks finishing through the goal. Nice shot. Exonics is going to be able to boom it back toward the middle. They don't really get great control. Free ink, unable to really position it where they want. Exonics trying to get high, and I am Splur just kind of banging around at the end. They need a big clear here, and this might be the one, but no chasers. And they've got to get it out of the blue end if they want to be able to take this game 3.
Yeah, and Exonic now has to be the one to find that opening, but is unable to get there. Does get the pass out mid, blocked by a double commit from the Vipers. Could create an opportunity, but unpunished by Exonic. And now the Mythical King looks for a pass off the back wall to a teammate who is there, but is unable to get the angle. Mischief is also in the way. The 50-50 will go in favor of Panthers, but they're unable to find the back of the net. Free Ink looks for a flip reset, is unable to capitalize on the opportunity. Darasu will take the shot, is unable to get a touch. Mythical King is in the way. Doesn't get the accolade for the save there, and I am Splur will try but fail at getting in the way of Mischief.
Doing a nice job kind of pushing this. Exonics, oh, not really in a great position. Lingers too long. I am Splur with a second touch. Mischief gets in the way of that, prevents it. I am Splur kind of hanging out up there trying to get one more touch. Mythical King can't quite get the handle on the vehicle and falls short. I am Splur again off the wall, but this is just Freenik, Darasu, and Mischief just continuing to control the ball on the blue end of the field. Well, until I said that. And then, oh, he gets the boost, and it's an open goal, sort of. Follows, can't quite get the handle on it. Exonics in the wrong position for the putback, and they don't get much. Mythical King looking for the opportunity. Oh, somebody called time, and he just took his time there. It's going to linger in front. Can anybody close it? And, yep, it looked like... yeah, it was Free Ink that put it back.
50-50 will go in favor of Mischief. Exonic fires back. Darasu quickly in the way. No one back. He could look for the opportunity, barely blocked by I'm Splur. I'm Splur now has to find the pressure upfield. And again, Panthers are put in a position where they have to be the ones to respond. They haven't had a lead the entire series, and now something has to break for the Panthers. Otherwise, this is just not going to work out for them.
2 minutes left for the Panthers to get the equalizer.
Triple commit.
And hopefully go ahead, yeah. They're playing sweaty, but they're not necessarily playing sweaty comms, and that's what you need in a situation like this. Exonics with a nice play off the wall there, but no one to follow. That's what you need rotations for. It's going to be down on the wrong end. Exonics misses the touch, but there's really no Vipers there to make it happen. They've already rotated back. Mischief prevents that from dropping in front of their goal. Exonics with a touch, but it's not a big redirect. High off the wall. A follow. Can it get centered? A shot there to break it up. But hey, you can always take a bump there. Oh, there's the demo we speak of. I am Splur going to push it back down on the end with Exonics trying to get something in front of the goal. But with only a minute 20 left, Panthers need some offense here instead of just some good defense.
Yeah, and that offense is just not there for them. They're not able to get in the way and block the Vipers enough to keep pressure and so they have to find a way to maybe get a breakaway here, just a force of luck, but I don't think Vipers are going to give it to them.
Yeah, ball speed really low, shot off. Thank you, side, bar there, but Free Ink trying to get in position to get a shot, can't rotate into the right position. You can keep spinning, but eventually you just got to give it up. Mischief chasing here. Can they get a shot back and redirect that sucker? Make sure that it stays on the end. And yes, predicted. Now, center it. Can you get it to a teammate? Yes, you can. That was a nice one right there.
Yeah, and honestly, the Panthers not being able to be in the way of that shot is going to cost them the game probably. The opportunities are just not stacking up for them. They don't get enough opportunities against this Vipers defense, so they have to hold their line the best they can, and that is just going to spell disaster for them.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. They need 2 big ones to go ahead here. They're going to keep playing until the bell, until the game says you got to stop. Exonics in a night just chases it in ground level. Everybody jumped waiting for the flick. Now you're in a position, 17 seconds. You can stall this out a little bit longer. Let's see if they can do it. Panthers, Exonics trying to get in position, but they've got to defend. No! Here we go! That's all we had to wait for is the last 25 seconds. Then this, turns into a real match. Can anybody get the decider in the last 10 seconds, or are we going to OT?
I think this is the most goals that the Panthers have scored in a game yet this series, and finally they have the opportunity to go for the whole, remind me of the term, not bracket reset.
The reverse sweep.
The reverse sweep. They have a chance to take a reverse sweep here if they win the overtime, and we could possibly see a brand new Panthers coming into Game 4. But first, they have to get past this extended time.
Yeah, so we're in extended time, golden goal territory. First to score wins. Okay, Darasu does not like to lose and is going to do as much as possible to make sure team doesn't. Nice redirect by Exonics, but the danger of it just hanging out slow like that is it could get stole, and you can only flick it so many times. So you got to get that thing with velocity out of there to where your teammates are. Okay, pass to the middle. It's going to stay low. Darasu blown up, but gets the redirect. That's actually a shot. Exonics with a good rotation, going to find themselves in front again. With the save, Mischief trying to get up the wall. Can Panthers get another shot on goal here? It'd be great if they could. No! Oh my goodness, Vipers with the winner. That was pretty good by Free Ink.
A fantastic shot. Will put the Panthers...
yeah, that's it.
The Panthers are, in fact, not the winners. The Vipers are the winners.
Vipers, yes.
Our display is incorrect, but the scoreline is not. The Vipers will come away with this game, and a very close game in that last one. A good adjustments from both teams, able to take that all the way to overtime.
Well, but you know what, Panthers, you're winners to us as well. Participation hug incoming. Okay, this has been, freaking awesome, as we know. Let me just say this, that if you want to be seen by college expert recruiters, you want to talk directly to industry insiders, pro athletes, team general managers, producers, all that, then you want to join the club. Esports Tower gets you insider access to industry insights. If it's alliterated, it must be true. Insider access to industry insights, right? Featured Rumbles recruiters are taking notice too. Hey, we recruit heavily from what's happening with Esports Tower. And it's a great way to score exposure and start looking toward your path to pro and land a college scholarship. So Esports Tower is the way to go. Okay, so the Vipers sweep the Panthers and leave us with one more event. A round robin featuring the Gators, the Mammoths, the Barracudas, and that's all that. We're going to see that in just a second. We're going to take a quick break. What are you going to do with your break time?
Probably get water and walk around a little bit.
Oh, okay. I might actually go grab a snack.
Oh.
But we won't know until we come back. Do I snack in the break or not? Does Joe walk around? Do either of us use the bathroom? There's only one way to find out, and we'll see you in a second.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
colleges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, welcome back to the broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble. We're broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It's time for the final game of the night. Hi, production. What's up? We're going to wrap up Week 5 of the Rumble with an in-house round robin featuring the Gators, the Mammoths, and the Barracudas facing off in a best of one. I'm your host, Doc Haskell, and this is Joe Tacky Doo Chickbro. I said it wrong again.
That's close enough.
Well, it's, you know, I've known you for 5 years. We should be able to get it right. But for those who want to know what the snack looked like, there it is. That's a little bit of ham or salami and some cheese. No one tuned in for any of that information, but that's why I don't sit here very often. Okay, as we get ready to go here, this is going to be interesting. We've got these three teams. They're all going to play each other. We're going to keep a little score here and give you their standings. And even though there's no real winner, we know that there are always losers. I'm kidding. But really, we want to dig into this, and we're excited. Oh, great. I think we're probably going to see very soon the way our production works. Zoom in on the snack of sorts. Okay.
Can we get a snack cam?
We'll get a snack cam. We'll get that running for you here. Hey, look, I'm 51 years old. I need to eat. It's 5 o'clock. It's like 2 hours past my dinner time, right?
You eat at 3?
Right, yeah, exactly. It's about 3:30 because I'm old. Okay, so as we get ready to do this, there are still some keys to the game that have to be instituted here, and I think that we're going to see some of them, right? Creating mistakes, we saw a lot of that in the last one. Punishing overcommits, we saw a lot of surprising open goal and one own goal as well. And if people can demo in the goal, they usually create a whole lot of mess. What would you add to this one? You added a fifth one last time.
Oh, well, what I added last time was have fun. But for the sake of the round robin, I'm going to add a 5th point of play explosively. You only get the best of one, so come out and surprise them and make them play on the back foot for the whole game.
Yes. Exactly right. First one up, Gators and Barracudas. All right, we know some of these names. Here we go. Cabin. All right, kicking it off here. We've got Cabin. We've got Game Raider. We've got Tovey. On the other side, we've got Espana.
Espanda, State,
Espanda.
and Wifey, I want to say.
Wifey. Whiffy?
Wifey?
Might be Whiffy. You should have two. Oh, but you know what? There's going to be a goal. It's going to break up our clever little word game that we're playing, and that's going to put, I believe, the Gators up 1-0. They started explosively. They listened to your advice. And it was, of course, Tovey that made that happen. Another shot kind of lingers around in front there. Another shot. Oh! And here we go. Game Raider able to do very little with that. That's going to be another shot, this time by Game Raider, of course.
Yeah, an explosive start for the Gators here, taking that advice very much in stride. And now, Barracudas, they do have a lot of time, but they need to use all that time to catch up in not just 2, but 3 goals in total just to turn around the game. They have no free lives here. They have to win this game or they're done.
State doing a nice job. Espanda unable to make connections on that to get it where they wanted to go, but it's going to follow up here. Has to make the choice of the boost or the ball. Plays the ball, doesn't get the boost. Now it's going to come down on the other end. Whiffy looking for something there. Tries to get a shot on. It's going to just kind of just dangle in the front there. Whiffy trying to intercept. Nice redirect. I love the rounded corners that allow you to make that play like that. State, nice high. Can anybody touch? Oh, everybody seems to want to touch on that, but not able to do much. That's one of the lowest, opportunity shots ever. But a redirect there. It's going to, will it? Yes. We got to give credit to someone other than State for that real goal, but it might not have gone in.
So the 50-50 will play on the side of the Barracudas now as they have to find a way out, but ultimately Tovey has a ton of time to do whatever he wants here. Almost looks for the fake on State, ends up getting a good 50-50, but gives him way too much space, and now Cabin will play up the field. Cabin only has to beat 1. He goes for the under, and he gets the bump to go with it. I don't know if that was intentional or not. We can't see his camera angle. Almost looked like it wasn't, but a great play all around. He finds the good 50-50 to go under, then the bump to follow it, opening the net for his teammate and push the Gators up to their 2-0 advantage once more.
Better to be lucky than good. Sometimes State tries to get a touch on that, just trying to prevent Cabin from getting the shot that Cabin wants. But Cabin still got a shot. Double commits out. Oh, with no one home? There we go. Overcommitted a little bit too far up front. The Gators are going to go up 3-0 on the 3-1 on the Barracudas with 2:55 to play.
A weird situation on that last goal. It was a double commit mistake that should have led to a goal for the Barracudas, but in fact, immediately after, there was no one in net. So now we're back to that only 1-0 lead for the Gators. And their lead that they had earlier is kind of fluctuating. If the Barracudas pull off one more here, they've managed to come back from their explosive start. But that's the important thing, is the explosive start is forcing the Barracudas to play on the back foot for this whole game so far.
State with a big clear. Espanda trying to get upfield for it, but it's going to be turned back. Cabin in a great spot, but Espanda is going to play it high off the wall. Tovey trying to get some action. That's actually a great shot, and he's going to find the back of the net, and he's going to chew it up. Nom, 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 nom.
The chink in the armor is the back top corner. An excellent shot. Well placed. Very hard to save those and very hard to predict. And ultimately, the Barracudas will pull out ahead here.
Oh,
but I can't even tell where that started. I think that started off a 50-50 off the wall. It rolled up and all the way in. And the Gators once again flexing their lead. Maybe just as lucky as the last goal, but
yeah,
we'll have to see.
That started back like in Carmageddon days. Cartridge on the N64. Unable to do that, but honestly, this is really great double commit there. That's not great. State trying to get control of it. It's going to bounce down. Can anybody get a retouch? They psyched each other out. They both went for it like, whoa, oh. And up in the air. Whiffy trying to get in front of it. Finds the back of his own goal. Just you don't want to defend from there. I'm just going to throw that out. Nice air dribble. Oh! And nom 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 again. Here we go.
Nobody in the way of Espanda, unable to connect, but Espanda will take it all the way from his back corner into the back of the net. He took it over so much field all on his own. I think it's the second time now he's basically found the back of the net all on his own, outplaying all 3 defenders.
There's some great mechanical shots here. Game Raider not with the one that they wanted. Cavan trying to get a nice centering again, but doesn't get it. Tovey unable to do it. That could be on, but broken up by Game Raider. Makes a nice rotation. Back in goal there is Cavan, but pushes forward so that he can maybe make this. Rotation's looking really good, if I'm being honest, for the Gators. Nice and clean. They're getting some good shots. They're getting some good setups. Okay, Cavan high off the wall. Air dribble is going to drop prematurely. Esponda who sends it back on the blue side again. This is going to linger a little too long. Can't close it out. Almost there, Cavan with a big clear. State can't chase it down. Oh, but does. Redirects it. Anybody there to help? How many times you got to touch it before you can get the shot? At least one more. Whiffy in the middle. No one really able to get much play on that. It's going to bounce around, but that was a nice steal. Shot down toward the end of the Barracudas. Can the Gators get the go-ahead? Only 20 seconds left.
Yeah, it looked like a really weird demo for a second there from State. Looks like he's demoed someone with the side of his car. Maybe got Mort dogged a little bit. And Esponda will lose the 50-50. Create an opportunity for Tovey. Unable to connect, however. Cavan keeps the pressure, takes the shot. Game Raider will capitalize on a great pass from his teammate and will push the Gators up another notch.
Barracudas only 5 seconds to equalize, and it's not going to work if you do that. Oh, what? What am I watching?
I think it's possible they were just having fun with it, and they were saying, you know what, we've got 5 seconds. Let's just go with it. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure that was an own goal by the Barracudas.
Oh, it was definitely an own goal.
Okay, all right.
My question is whether or not it was them just saying, yeah, there's 5 seconds, and we lost the kickoff. Who cares? Or if it's a question of, oops, I did not mean to do that kind of thing.
True, and to be clear to all the folks at home, this is pepper jack cheese. Otherwise, it just looks like really bad cheddar, really, really old cheddar. Okay, so that is one down, and part of this that means that the Gators have one, and the Barracudas have 0. As we jump into this next one, we're gonna find out who comes out with more of these, and we're gonna go Gators and Mammoth. Any reason to not ride or die with the Gators?
Not after that last one, but honestly, the biggest thing for them is that they came out explosively, but they lost it pretty much towards the mid-game there. I'd argue that the biggest mistake they made that series was kind of overextending too much and giving an opportunity for them to even throw that lead.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So as we get ready to jump into this game, keep in mind that these best of ones, round robin, 3 teams, I'll write it out here on the thing for you. Like, how in the world would we come up with the number of games necessary? Well, it's n minus 1 divided by 2. That's your formula for number of games. Yeah, you can put that in your notebook as well. All right, Game Raider trying to get some momentum here. It's on the right end. They're going to try to break it up. 2 in the goal. Fiery Minstrel comes out to make this happen. We are being introduced to this Mammoth team, which had some names you recognize from the last one, including Free Ink, Fiery Minstrel, we didn't see much, and Twiz.
Definitely some popular, well-known names of the Esports Tower community here. We have Twiz, Fiery Minstrel, and Tovey, who we've seen more than enough times in this program, and all 3 of them extremely impressive players. But really the exciting thing is how they're surrounded by equally impressive players, and this Esports Tower program does a really good job of helping connect people with teams of equal power that will help you get better.
Very, very true. So as Cavan tries to get control of it in the mid, stolen by Twiz, he's going to get a nice pass off the top if there's anybody to follow. But Tovey has other plans. Cavan has other plans. Yep, Game Raider has other plans as well. But it's going to linger a little bit too long in the Gators' end. If anybody, Fiery included, can get a shot, and almost does there. It's redirected a little bit. That 50-50 didn't go his way. He lingers in front, but he can't quite get the touch on it. And then Twiz has to come in and just bang it out of there. Free Ink trying to get a nice little bouncy pass. Cavan can't quite read it the way that they want. Twiz coming in for a nice shot there, but it's going to go all the way back to the other end, and now they're just playing for possession.
A good 50-50 from Free Ink will force to the corner, but a pass out the cabin almost spells disaster for the Mammoths right off the bat. Fire Minstrel has to go for the solo play, but is beaten by Tove. Went too late for the flick. Tove can look for the pass again. Is unable to get a great touch, though, but Game Raider is able to be in the way anyway. The pressure is on, however, now Cabin has to be in the way. Free Ink can take the shot, but he's blocked by Tove. Twiz now has to defuse the situation, just buy time for his teammates. Gets to 50-50 off the wall. 2 people up. Cabin is the one who comes away with it. Twiz is bumped by Free Ink. A little bit of a confusion there. Double commit on the side. And Free Ink now has an open net. I didn't even see what happened here. Again, we see kind of a weird misplay by the one team. Still lead to a goal for them for an open net. Open nets definitely seem to be the stride and grace of both these teams so far.
That is a good way to put it. Another goal down there. That is going to equalize this. The Gators are going to be 1-1 here. But you're right. I think let's highlight the plan. Make a big mistake and then score with it. Right? Is that how we're doing it? We make a big mistake and then we score with it. Shot on play.
We will outplay them by first outplaying ourselves.
There you go. That is how it works. Okay. Free Ink in the sky. Not able to get it. Toby breaks it out of there, but it was double committed anyway. Now Cabin with an opportunity to play it high off the wall. Minstrel a little bit too low, but that might actually be a shot. Turns it away. The crowd noise tells you that it was. And Twiz and Toby trying to make something happen. Fiery Minstrel trying to look for a way to bomb that out of there. Oh, and stolen by Toby. A little bit too high. Crossbar steals. Toby tries to center, but Free Ink is there. They're not able to get that big clear and shot accordingly. Game Raider just kind of hanging back, being third player a lot, it seems, lately. And that just may be the way that the rotations look to us on screen. But Tove trying to get that. Goes under Free Ink there. Oh, just I feel like shot after shot after shot's going nowhere. But this might be the one for Fiery Minstrel. Chases it in, and that's a goal.
A good start overall. Although, with this lead coming into the last minute and 18 seconds of this game, it's still a lot of time for things to be turned around. I think we saw close to 3 goals scored in the last 60 seconds of the last game. So both teams can't be done with this yet. No. And Game Raider trying to play it high off the wall. They're going to be challenged a little bit. But that's nice if there's a follow there. Oh, Twiz out of position. Oh, does that side flip I've done so many times. Cabin scores it and takes us 2-0, or 2-2, excuse me. Now with the decider coming up. 60 seconds of the last game, so both teams can't. Yeah, an interesting situation here to say the least. Weird 50-50 from Tove will open up the opportunity for his teammate to take it off the wall. Looks for the flick out mid. Twiz is unable to connect, so Cabin is there to punish. And it was just a weird mistake followed by a good 50-50. But
last 43 seconds happening right here. After a short break in the action, Mammoths lead here. Gators need that equalizer to stay, in playing position. Oh, nice shot, nice save. But Cabin is going to follow, and that is the equalizer we spoke of in this round robin. It's going to be 3-3, Gators Mammoths.
They are determined to force an overtime no matter what. Both teams unwilling to give up on this game just yet, and who can blame them in a best of one, but somebody has to find the cleanest Rocket League here in the next 17 seconds, otherwise they're going to be put in a golden goal situation.
They are indeed. So Twiz blows up trying to make something happen there, but Fiery Minstrel gets it going down, knocked away. It looked like it was Game Raider. Game Raider's actually got a little bit of a dribble in there, but knocked away. This is going to be the end of time, of course. So we are now in golden goal situation, and it looks like Gators win this first kickoff.
Good 50-50 from Tove will give an opportunity mid, but no teammate there. Twiz will carry it up the wall instead. Ends up just leaving it for Fire Minstrel, who's unable to get a touch as well. So ultimately, but nobody's able to respond. Nobody from Gators is even close to it. So Free gets the free touch anyway. Tove and Kevin fighting each other for control in the corner. Tove has to go backwards to get the touch. Ultimately, it is picked up by Game Raider. So the situation is diffused. Free has to go and try to put it on from the other side now, but is ultimately thwarted by Tove, who takes it up the wall. Fire Minstrel tries to slow it down, ultimately just passes it further. Tove looks for the bump, is unable to get it, and Cabin and Tove will play the ricochet game, pinball it into the back of the net, making it a Gators victory in this Mammoths game.
Gators victory. That means that the Gators have won 2, and the Mammoths and the Barracudas have won 0. Yep, that's how it works as we get ready to drop into this next one. Okay, I need rapid-fire answers to these questions. Joe, flag or no flag? Yes or no?
Like antenna?
On your car. Yeah, antenna. Yeah.
I'm going to go with yes. I like the fish thing.
Hat or no hat?
Topper. No topper. No
Okay,
topper.
excellent. And stock wheels ever?
I switch around a lot. I have major placebo with cars.
Do you? I love it. Best special car? Favorite special car?
2016 Batmobile is best car in the game.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Which would have been the Tumbler.
No,
right?
it's the long one that you don't see too often.
Oh, okay. So the which
It's
Batman Begins, I think, was the Tumbler.
Yeah. The Tumbler's the one I use, but the 2016 Batmobile is a really good car.
You don't like the Adam West Batmobile?
It doesn't. It just doesn't feel the same.
Right.
It doesn't fit its hitbox very well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hitbox unchanged there. Okay. Now it's time for the Barracudas and the Mammoths to face off and figure this sucker out. Here we go with this first one, and this will be exciting. We've got Twiz. You remember Twiz. You remember Twiz, Fiery Minstrel, and Free Ink. But on the other side, we've got State, Whiffy, and Twiz. Wait, we've got double Twiz. I don't love it. I don't love the double Twiz. We'll ask production if they can help us with who Blue Twiz is. Actually, no, it'd be Orange Twiz that's wrong.
Yes, I think. Well, yes. It has to be Orange Twiz, right? I'm not totally sure. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. You're right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll just say both Twiz are treated equally. But so far, it feels like... Oh, now we have a fix?
There we go. Okay. State. Esponda. There we go. Okay, shot. Now, Barracudas are leading here. This is not a position they've spent a lot of time in over the last little bit. Whiffy with a nice sky touch. Can anybody follow? Yes, Esponda can, but there's 3 cars just kind of hovering in the middle there. You got to clear one of those out. This could, if method holds, all you got to do is triple commit and then you can score. So Whiffy trying to clear it out.
In theory, both these teams should be really evenly matched. They both were basically only within 1 goal when they lost to the fated Gators. But at this point, both teams have to play like the other team is just gunning for them. And you have to play clean Rocket League and just look for these solid rotations and passing plays.
And I was trying to figure it out as you said it. They were either the fated Gators or the faded Gators. One of them, a wonderful compliment, faded. They're written in the stars. The other, an incredible diss, faded Gators. They're just part of their former self. All right, I digress. Let's call some Rocket League here. State tries to get control again, high off the wall, gets it with a nice little touch. It's going to fall in the middle, but there are a lot of blue cars there. Can anybody follow up? Not really. It's going to bang around. Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy in the goal there. Nice sky clear, if you will. Twiz Blue Twiz trying to get up there and make something happen. But it's going to go back to his end, and he's going to be on defense again. Oh, it's 2v1 there, but they're not able to get it closed. Twiz, actually, this is technically a shot if it was going to fall there, but Fiery Minstrel breaks it up, and now we have an open goal. Can anybody close this? Yes.
State will be the one to find the back of the net on the open goal, and the Barracudas pushing their lead already. Mammoths are put in a bad situation now where they have to respond being down, and unlike the Barracudas in the first game, the Mammoths don't do that well responding to this kind of explosivity as far as we've seen.
We've only seen it once where they came back with 2 goals in a relatively short amount of time, but Whiffy to the middle tries to give it to State. State just says, I'm going to do this little trick here and let the ball go over me. I think that was maybe intentional, but that's actually a shot on goal. Whiffy unable to connect with it. It gets bumped out of his way. Free ink off the wall. That's not really a shot. It's going to be lack of control, but Esponda gets the boost as well. Coming back here, State trying to get a good clear, and really that's not going to help the Mammoths very much. You want to keep that ball down there. Free ink with a little bit of a miss there. Oh, nice setup there. Tee shot, if you will. Somebody tees it up. He makes the shot. But State trying to get a big clear down on the Mammoths end again. A third goal kind of spells disaster with about a minute 45 left.
Whiffy pushing downfield. He has to kind of defuse the situation. He has all the control right now, and his distance between him and the enemy, but he ultimately is not able to get past Twiz, who's waiting for him in the midfield. Potentially open net here, but Whiffy and State will double commit and make it even more open than it was before.
Perfect positioning for a really, really nice putback, and we have got a match now. Free Inc. Makes that first goal here. Now they're looking for an equalizer. State playing it high off the wall, trying to get it out of State's end there. Now Whiffy with a bigger clear. Fiery Minstrel kind of touches there, but it wasn't really a forceful putback. And if you leave it linger in there too long, it stays on the wrong end. Okay, Whiffy with a nice clear off the wall. Several up. Fiery Minstrel sending it back toward the Barracuda's end here. Can they get a shot? I think that was a shot, but can you get a second one? You need that follow-up. Esponda with a clear. Well, not really a clear, more of a save. And that's a big old boom by Esponda to get it down there. Twiz tries to play it high off the wall. Control, question mark? Anybody actually in control of this?
It appears not. Twiz will take the bang down the field, but is unable to follow with anything else. And the Mammoths find the tying line as no one is able to get in the way. Looks like so far, heading into the last minute of this game, 40 seconds in, they're going to be really having to battle it out. It feels like that's happened all three of these games now. And the last minute has been the most battling and the closest to overtime. So now, whichever team is able to break away here is going to make all the difference.
With 25 seconds left, one of these teams needs a go-ahead. We're not going to end with a tie. We may go to extra time, golden goal, but with a big explosion here, you want to create these mistakes right now. Oh, and that is a big clear. Whiffy down there to make something happen, but shot, a little bit wide. So tough for Inc. But State with well, not a shot. It's his own goal there. He's trying to get it cleared out of there, but that is a little bit closer to a shot. Can we get a follow-up? We can't. It's going to go to extra time.
Only 3 games played in this round robin so far, and 2 of them have gone to overtime. So we're really kind of in contention here on how these teams are kind of stagnated. Even the games where the Gators won both of them, they were both close games. So all 3 of these teams are on equal levels, and any day they could run away with it. But today is the Barracuda's day to run away with what is so far second place.
Second place is where they're at right now. Here we are back in the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Not a lot of fans here. It's summertime, but we're going to have quite a bit going on here this summer, especially bringing in Esports Tower's talented players and teams to do a week-long event here in the space, and that's going to be pretty exciting. You got to participate when we did the high school event, and that's what this space is for, just getting people in here.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be here without the high school event. The 5 years that we've known each other, all the connections that I've made, and all the opportunities I've had, I wouldn't be here for the high school tournament.
That was a great high school tournament, and you ended up winning it.
Yes, we did.
State champs!
Yes. So I can only imagine a similar kind of situation in the grand finals that we saw earlier today, our first GIS series, actually. Kind of the same feeling for those Esports Towers participants, and I'm really excited to see what they do with their futures.
It's going to be wicked fun and cool. All right. So as we get into this next one, it's Barracudas versus Gators. I'm excited to see where this one goes. And this will be the one that we haven't seen yet. Gators have won 2 so far. Here we go. Big kickoff here. We've got, of course, Cabin, Gamer, and Toby. On the other side, we've got an adjustment that'll be made here in just a second. Wow. That was a big nom-nom-nom.
Yeah, the kickoff will go in favor of Tove. He looks for the flick over one, is able to get it past one, but not Esponda. Now Esponda looks for the shot, is unable to get it. Blocked by Game Raider here, so State will have to be forced back. Now Cabin can look for any opportunity he wants, but is ultimately beaten by a speedy Esponda. Tove has to look for the pass, is unable to connect at all. Game Raider's in the way, but is unable to do anything himself. Cabin has to push towards the wall now. Maybe looks for a pass mid, but leaves it instead for State to go for. State will beat him, takes the shot, unable to find it. It is wide. And now Game Raider will push it past, but Whiffy is still there to block it. Is unable to get the touch, so Tove has to go for the bang, and State must respond in a slow manner to defuse for his team.
Yeah, Esponda with quite a bit of action already and boost relatively high. If you kind of squint at the screen and you see where those boost bars are, you get a sense of who's winning the boost battle. we may adjust our Bacchus mod to kind of give you that boost battle comparison during mid-match. But Toby tries to get it controlled down here so we can get something, but State has other plans. It still ends up falling in the middle, but you get a double commit if anybody's in position, and Cabin almost was a little late to that area. Oh, shot by Toby in the right position. Anybody put back? Yes, it looked like Game Raider was able to slam that one home.
And so
Appropriate.
And so far the Gators are refusing to give up their undefeated win streak so far in this round robin. And Barracudas are forced now to solidify their lead rather than continue to hold. So Tove and Cabin are going to have to work together to find a way out and force Barracudas to give them the lead that they've been working for. But Esponda, with the solo play genius, will say, nope, not today. We're going to remain ahead. We're going to make you guys still play on our own terms.
And here they go into the next as these best of ones continue. This is Gators Barracudas. So Cabin up high. They need the equalizer here, but it's going to be another shot. Tove bounces it away. Barracuda's trying to get a third goal down on the Gators' end, and there's a lot of pressure happening right there. Cabin needs to put himself in a position to either get a good save or a good clear or both, and that's what happens. High off the wall. That's going to turn into not a shot, but maybe there's an opportunity for a putback. Gamer stops the momentum. Tove puts it in position. Can he get there? Esponda is going to be able to try to clear it out. They just need a big clear now to get down to the other end, but stolen by Cabin. Oh my goodness. That's what you need. Gators are going to equalize.
Cabin will come in clutch for the Gators, forcing another maybe overtime opportunity if the game stalls for half of this next series. But so far, it doesn't look like it's going to go that way. A very high goal-scoring game. If it continues this way, we could see 8 goals by the time the minute counts down, and that would be an extremely score-heavy game.
Score-heavy game indeed. Right now, the Gators are playing together a lot like salami and cheese. They just go together really well. They complement each other in just the right way. Gamer Raider just throwing it off the wall there. Cabin not in the right position to redirect it, but maybe Tove is. It's going to be a rebound high off the backboard, and nobody there to follow. He was looking for that put down, but nobody was there. I tell you, the second shot is the one that really, really matters. Cabin, Tove trying to get it out of their end, looking for those opportunities. State not able to put that second shot back where he wanted. Tove looking for a clear, stolen right off the top, but Game Raider in the right spot to make that block.
Tove looking for the shot to the top corners, unable to continue. Game Raiders unable to get in the way as well, so Whiffy has a little bit of time. Ultimately stopped by Cabin, so Spond will have to push up on his own instead. Does get the touch around one. Game Raider can look for the pass up. Almost finds a dangerous redirect. What a play that would have been, but Tove is unable to do anything with it, so Cabin must reset, try to stall for his team. Nobody in his way. He could have just shot it. Whiffy is able to get it out, however, and now him and Esponda have to work together to find the back of the net. Tove will say not today, though, and pass it up to Cabin, who will then have to be blocked by State, otherwise force a goal opportunity. State is looking for the goal of zone here. Esponda also up blocked anyway, and Whiffy is unable to find a way into the back of the net. Game Raider will force them to continue to play offense or give up a goal to Cabin, who now looks for the pass up mid.
44 seconds left to play in this. Whoever gets the go-ahead will go ahead, and it looks like it was Tove that just lingered out around, not a big enough clear, and that is going to put the Gators up 3-2. 40 seconds left. What is going on? That's going to put them up 4-2. Unlucky, question mark?
It just looks like there was maybe a miscommunication on the kickoff, and no one was in the way, so the shot was just taken towards the back of the net. No one expected it either. So,
those are momentum killers. Now they've got to get 2 goals, the Barracudas, to climb ahead here. But this is exactly the kind of play that we would expect to see from the Gators when the going get tough. Well, when the Gators... I'll come up with the euphemism in a minute, but essentially we got 12 seconds to finish this game out. Can there be another goal? The Gators say no, unless it's for us. Barracuda's not able to get 2 at this point, unless they get it to drop right here, and they don't. Time will expire. When it touches, it's over, but as we know from this game, no one ever stops playing.
And the Gators will continue their undefeated streak, setting themselves apart in this round-robin series so far.
Yep, Gators with 3 wins overall, Barracudas with 1, and the Mammoths with none's yet. None's goal for them yet. This has been pretty cool to see. And so, question for you as you're going through this: any value in playing the crazy car in these best of ones?
No. The thing is
Scarab. You're telling me there's an opportunity to play the Scarab.
All cars are pretty much equal.
Right.
There are some that are bad because they just don't fit their hitbox that well, so they're harder to play. But if anyone sat down and actually tried to play the car for an extended period of time, you'd realize that car choice has never mattered.
Yeah. That's too bad, because I would love to see the moving away from like an Octane meta. I'd love to see the Fennec meta where the speed is higher, as we get through. I don't know. It would be fun. That would kind of change the character of the game a little bit too much. But I'm just saying, in a mirror dimension, let's do it. All right, Mammoth Gators. Prediction. Who do you think?
I can't pick against the Gators.
Jockstrot is in the lineup. I am now picking against the Gators. Jockstrot, a historic great player here. Cabin redirects it here. Fiery Minstrel tries to get it down there again on the blue end. Jockstrot, that third player for the Mammoths. I think we're going to see a lot more pressure. Now Jockstrot in that Fennec, trying to get it off the wall. Oh, creates a Jedi mind trick. Tove with a touch to take it off center there. If they can get control here, they can do something. Who boomed who? I didn't even see it. Somebody went kaboom.
I think there was a double boom there, if I had to guess, but Tove will be able to play it past Jockstrot and look for a pass to Cabin, who takes the shot at the net. Blocked by Fiery Minstrel, but a demo at midfield will probably leave the goal up to the Gators again. See, he is able to beat and take the pass made to his teammate Game Raider, who instead looks for the pop-up. The double commit on the pop-up. It is going to fly mid, though. If no one's in the way, Tove is unable to capitalize on no one being in the way.
Cabin.
But still no one's in the way, so Cabin just turns and shoots it.
It's like, I'm here, why not just put it back? And that was a nice little pop-up and rotation. Okay, and now the Mammoths winning this one. Gators up 1-0. Just a minute into it. Tove with a big clear here. Jockstrot, troll in the middle. This might be your opportunity. Where's it going? It's coming back this way. But Tove knew where to look and now follows it, but it's going to get boomed out. Game Raider looking to set up a pass. Jockstrot looking for that big clear opportunity. Not only clears it, but kind of centers it. Cabin in position high to make it happen, but stolen. Fiery Minstrel with an opportunity to do it. They'll try to put it right back in the middle. Free Ink unable to really put much on that. Fiery Minstrel, a ground shot, goes high off the wall. Only blue there left to play it. The Mammoths have to get back on defense as they are in control now.
Midfield battle going on, both teams struggling to decide who's going to get pressure first, but it seems like Game Raider is going to have access to it. Is unable to find the back of the net, but Cabin will be able to respond anyway from a poor rotation. And now he can pass to his teammate mid, or he can go for the 50-50, but the 50-50 does go in favor of Free Ink, who then gets the pass off the back wall to Jockstrot, but Jockstrot takes a low roller on the ground.
Fiery Minstrel not in a great position. Free Ink trying to get it downfield a little bit more. Jockstrot unable to really break that up. It's going to linger a little bit too long in front of the Mammoth's goal. Fiery Minstrel almost double commits there. Jockstrot, there's a little bit more. And Cabin in the right place at the right time. Sometimes it can be too crowded in your kitchen and someone else can come in and dump out your sauce. Okay, that's not really a thing, but you get my point.
Gators will push their lead once more to an extended 2-0, but so far that hasn't been enough for them to blow out these games yet. They've still needed a lot of goals on their own end. And a pass out mid might create that kind of opportunity. Jockstrot is unable to help convert in any way, so Free Ink has to be in the way. It's unable to get the touch at all, so now Cabin gets the free pass, probably over Jockstrot. Nope, Jockstrot responds well, so Game Raider is next up. He gets to go for this, go for the 50-50. He's beaten by Fiery Minstrel, who goes low. Cabin will then take it up the wall and then be unable to beat Jockstrot. Almost a double commit there from the Mammoths, but good communication will prevent it. A double touch opportunity. It's taken away. Jockstrot finds the demo. No shot at net, just shoots it wide instead. Cabin now gets to follow a pinch, will relieve so much pressure on the Gators, and now the Mammoths have to completely reset and create a whole new offense from scratch.
as Tove tries to get it down there. Big clear. It's going to bounce off the backboard. Can he put it back? He can't. But Cabin gets a nice touch on. It's going to stay down here. They're going to be forced to respond. The Mammoth's not in a great spot. Tove doesn't get the shot that he wants either. Jockstrot looking for the clear, going to dribble it out. Mid, stolen by Cabin. It's going to bounce off. Can he follow? And he does. And Cabin breaks our hearts.
An easy back of the net for him. No one able to get in his way. So now the Gators will extend their lead by another notch, putting them ahead by 3, which is the most we've seen so far in the round robins.
And I believe that if production goes back and replays the words I predicted from the beginning, that Gators were going to finish this and be super strong. Almost a goal there by the Mammoths, but I'm sure I predicted the Gators. Anyway, Jockstrot, just new to the scene here. I don't know who that is, actually. I've never heard of him. Tove tries to steal it from the middle Cabin in a good position, gets the demo in the process. Game Raider tries to center it, but that is way too tasty. Tove breaks it up in the right place at the right time. Good rotations. Free Ink trying to get it back down there, but Cabin, just the Dream Crusher today. Playing Dream Crusher for the Gators. And that's a position. I don't know if you knew, Joe. That's a position you can play. We recruit for Dream Breaker and Dream Crusher on all of our teams. Okay, so with another shot here, can anybody get it in? Nice clear out there by the Gators. They're not going to allow anything. With 10 seconds left, this game is decided unless we can get one more goal.
Yeah, no, this is definitely decided. 3 seconds in, there's no time at all to score 3 more. And the Gators will again extend their lead. Now they have won 4. Yeah, they've won 4 without a single loss. There's not a single team that has done that so far in this round robin, so the Gators are looking particularly scary in this tournament.
Yeah, they are. Well, I want to point out that I always believed in the Gators from the very beginning.
From the very first 10 seconds where you pointed out Jockstrot, you believed in the Gators.
I think that's what I said. Maybe production will twist that, but I don't think so. They're doing a good job there. I did notice that they swapped out my my picture with the very appropriate glass of meat and cheese.
Oh, that wasn't you?
No. I mean, we you are what you eat. So I mean, it might as well be me.
The resemblance is uncanny.
Yep, it is. Okay, so we're getting ready to launch into this next one. Just a couple left, and of course, Barracudas, Mammoths running it back. Let's see who we get in this. We could see Jockstrot, and then I'll make my prediction. Jockstrot in the game again. There we go. That's what I look like. But State, Esponda, and Whiffy playing this one out. Prediction?
I'm going to side with Jockstrot here. I feel like you did him dirty last game, so I have to side with Jockstrot. He didn't even play that badly, but
no,
overall,
he played fine.
I think the Mammoths have probably a little bit better of rotations, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, honestly, if you'd benched Cabin in that last one, it might have gone in their favor. Cabin with so much going on, and this was State this time that really drove that one home, pushing them up 1-0 over the Mammoths. Barracudas with an early lead with only 30 seconds into the game. State going to play it high off the wall again. This is not the area they want it to be, so they're going to boom it down in the end of the Mammoths. Can anybody get a touch here? That's the grand question. It looks like Esponda is going to get a nice one there. Can he? Couldn't quite reach it. Free Ink high off the wall. Jockstrot with a great redirect straight at the goal. Forces State to take a weird, kind of break up there. Free Ink again high off the wall, trying to get something to go, and State drives another one home. 2-0 Barracudas over the Mammoths with just a minute into this one.
Yeah, rinse and repeat from the last goal. It kind of felt like these low hangers in front of the net are being capitalized on obsessively by State, but the opportunities are still there for the Mammoths to turn it around. We've seen a lot of easy score lines thrown in these games, so definitely the Mammoths can't count themselves out yet.
They can't indeed. Fiery Minstrel proving why they deserve to be here as well, doing a lot of good work in these games. Okay, it's going to linger a little bit too long. State knocks it out of there. Jockstrot, your favorite Jockstrot, with a nice centering pass there, but no one able to really follow up on it. Free Ink trying to get it to drop one more time. Fiery Minstrel over the heads. Oh, that was a nice shot by Fiery Minstrel. That's going to be their first goal of the game.
The Mammoths now looking to pressure, taking back that lead, or at least forcing it into an equalization situation. But so far, they still have their work cut out for them. This Barracuda's defense has looked good. Maybe not as good as their offense, but it has looked good and scary.
It has. They're putting some things together and making a game of this, and that's where it all begins. Okay, Free Ink trying to get it to drop in center right there. Jockstrot in position to try to put it back. Kind of off, but oh, there were 3 shots on goal there, and I don't think any one of them really had much of a chance, despite how slow they were going. Fiery Minstrel going to get a nice save there. Whiffy trying to find the right spot, but doesn't, and it files just through the air. Again, Ink trying to get it cleared. That's actually a nice big clear. State spins in the wind, but actually is able to get a touch on it to get it high off the wall. Jockstrot putting it in position, trying to get a shot on goal. It's a drifter, which worked before, but didn't work this time. Not when they're stacked as high in goal as they are. Shot comes down here. Can he get a good clear? Jockstrot is going to chase it back to the end. He's going to play it high off the wall. And that's the shot that we like. I see Waiton do a lot of those shots. You know Waiton really well. Practiced forever those really interesting midfield, off the wall, air dribble shots. As we get ready to drop inside of a minute 45, it's still 2-1 Barracudas over the Mammoths.
Yeah, definitely we can attribute that, maybe call it the Waiton shot, but at this point, the Mammoths are in a position where they don't even have to be that scared. They have the pressure. They're creating opportunities. They just have to play patient and keep their cool, and they'll find the back of the net pretty easily. Yeah,
they will. Jockstrot back there to send it back, but they're kind of on the wrong side of the pressure here. All 3 on the side of the Mammoths. Putting in position, Fiery Minstrel trolling the middle. Jockstrot stepping back to get some relief, or probably some boost here. Whiffy dangerously low, finally finds something big here. Lots of saves coming out on the side of the Barracudas. You can tell lots of good shots happening here. Oh, this could be on. Can anybody touch it? State gets in front of it just in time. Free Ink tries to make contact with that one more time. Fiery Minstrel keeps it on the blue end here. Pressure definitely in favor of the Mammoths at this point, but they got to close on this, and that might be the one, and it is. Jockstrot. I never doubted you, Jockstrot. I knew from the start.
A top corner banger will help Jockstrot push into a position where the Mammoths maybe can turn around this game, but now they have to play some defense. An almost goal-scoring opportunity for the Barracudas there, but ultimately thwarted by the sidebar.
30 seconds left in our last match. Will it go to overtime? It's tied 2-2. Big clear now. Mammoths trying to get something on the board today. A win would be a big thing for them. They don't have one yet in these round-robin stages here. Fiery Minstrel trying to put something back down there. It's dangerously in the blue end. State kicks it out. Free Ink and Jockstrot get it back, but it looks pretty crowded down there. Jockstrot can't do it himself. Nice little touch to keep it in there. Didn't get the shot that he wanted. Oh, flying in there as Minstrel doesn't happen. Jockstrot, it's going to overtime.
The pressure is on both teams now. Golden goal situation, anything goes, and they have no more lives. They've had no more opportunities to turn around this game. They simply need to make the right play now.
Esponda high in the sky. Oh, stolen by Jockstrot. It's going to fall back to the Barracudas end. Mammoths want the pressure here. They want their first win of this round robin, and so Orange has got to keep the pressure on. State says, I don't think so. What a great clear that was. Puts it in a spot where they really can't play it well, allows your team to get down there and get pressure on goal, possibly get those shots and follow-ups. All right, it's going to trickle back to the blue end again. Mammoths really want to keep it on the blue end. Orange end is not the one that they want. Oh, this is a shot, almost an own goal. Can he put it back? Jockstrot, oh, halfway in. Fiery Minstrel tries to put it back in. Esponda with a big clear.
Esponda takes the shot now, almost an opportunity, but Jockstrot will thwart. He says, hold on, give me one more chance. I'll get it this time. Pushes it downfield. Whiffy will not get it in the way either, and Esponda has to play off the side. Foxtrot or Jockstrot will beat him anyway. State has to look for the clear. He passes it out to the corner. Esponda will beat the next offender. Free Ink can push past one with these in his way, but he doesn't get a good touch. State now looks for the banger off the backboard and is unable to get anything more than that, so Fire Minstrel will be in the way. Oh, pressure on Jockstrap. He does get in the way, but not quite enough to push it to the other side. Espada will tap it up. Fire Minstrel is now in the way, but the opportunity is not there for the Barracudas yet. Jockstrap wants to play around one. It'll roll up the ball pretty safe for the Mammoths, but they're beaten. They need someone in the way. A good clear, a double commit, however, will diffuse the situation, allow State enough time to fire back. Free Ink can get the press upfield. 2 defenders up. Free Ink is barely not able to get a good touch and force the opportunity once again.
If you're just joining, this game is going to go on forever. It's a pretty exciting one. Fire and Minstrel trying to play it high off the wall. Mammoths trying to get their first win of the day. Barracudas trying to get their second. The Barracudas have got to really finish this pretty quickly if they want to. The longer it goes on, the more powerful Jockstrap gets as he steals the hopes and dreams of all the children. He becomes more powerful. Shot on goal by the Barracudas again. Mammoths trying to get a good clear. Free Ink puts it down in the blue end again, where Jockstrap, now turning into a super boss, puts himself in a good position, gives a pass. Fiery Minstrel steals the thunder. Very, very good. That means the Mammoths, there we go, are the winner of that game. They take one, the Barracudas take one, and then gobbling them up, the Gators, they get 4 wins in this round robin today. Very cool. All right. Hey, Score Pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. That's Esports Tower. Very, very cool. I'm glad we got to see all of this awesomeness today. What do you take away from this, Joe?
Oh, honestly, from the grand finals mixed in with all these fun games in between, I think the takeaway overall is just eliminate the double commits from a standpoint of getting better. There were a lot of double commits from a lot of teams, and I feel like the big thing that people have to watch out for is making sure that you're punishing those double commits and you're aware of them.
I like it. I would even add that maybe less focus on your toppers and more training packs. That would be interesting if the only way you could get certain toppers was training packs, and therefore it meant that you spent a lot of time in okay, sorry. I'm back, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So we're going to close this out with the player of the game. Any potential nominees for the player of the game?
I think I have to think all the way back to the grand finals. I honestly, if I had to pick the 3 that we'd go for, I wrote down Exil, Darasu, and Cabin.
Okay.
But if I had to put my money on one in particular, I'd have to say Exil. I think Exil really showed up in the grand finals, as he did last week as well.
Okay, and my 3 would be Jockstrap. So we'll see if we get those. Probably not. All right. Here we go, player of the game time here. Exil being one of those. It's Jababy. And that is actually the sophomore high school picture of Jababy. Most people don't know that. I mean, look at your own high school yearbook. Look at your sophomore picture and tell me that's not the strangest version of you that ever existed. Jababy is our ICCU player of the game, which of course is brought by Idaho Central Credit, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central helping members achieve financial success. Jababy is our Idaho Central player of the game.
A well-fought game from Jababy in that grand finals, but ultimately the prize will go to Carmel Esports. Barracudas showed up in a major way today in all games they played, including the 4 fun ones afterwards, and I think the Barracudas can walk away feeling proud with their performance overall.
I would agree. It's good to see those players of the game, and that they had great individual performances. So, as we close this out, you mentioned some big takeaways. We definitely want to congratulate Carmel Esports on winning Week 5 of the Rocket League Rumble. Carmel Esports really made a name for themselves in their debut, and very impressive Octane Championship. So it'll be fun to see them in the future, and they'll be as lucky now as the Esports Tower teams that we've seen them play. So let's make sure to come back next Wednesday for all of this. We've enjoyed the heck out of talking about these games and calling them, and thank you for being here with us, too. Make sure you come back next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern as we kick off Week 6 of the Rumble. We'll close it out with our Top 5, presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs offering $20,000 bonus and the degree of your choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. For Joe and for myself, Doc, thank you very much for being with us. And for our production crew who's going to start running laps right now, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Reach out, they psyched each other out. They both went for it like, whoa, oh. And up in the air, Whiffy trying to get in front of it, finds the back of his own goal. Just, you don't want to defend from there. I'm just going to throw that out. Nice air dribble. Oh! And nom 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 again. Here we go.
Well read and broken by Baby. The 50-50 at the net will barely go in the direction. And Carmel Esports will find a way to punish regardless of bad clear. Will open up the net for Carmel Esports to punish.
Carmel equalizes, and Demo right off the break. I love the scrappiness of Mario high. He's going to get a touch. Got to answer the goals.
Mario dragging out a lot of defenders with that solo play leads to the opportunity for Exo, but now Mario has to look for a different kind of play, looking for the pass, but is unable to get it. So Berkey will have to respond instead, and Exo is unable to find the good 50-50, so Mario will have to reset for his team. Ultimately beat by Berkey, a terrible pop-up. He's unable to follow it on and force the Panthers to play at a disadvantage again. Jersey was also in the way, forcing them to rethink this position and get out in a different manner.
Free Ink and Mythical King both, and Mischief. In the drought, shot by Mischief, though, says, I'll take that shot and I'll take that goal.
And refusal.
Yes, a lot of double committing and ball chasing by Carmel Esports. I assume that they're in comms with one another. But it tells me that they really, really want this. They really want these plays. Berkey up, but too late. Is it on? It is. Rotations maybe slowing down.